We're
Not
streaming
sure.
now. Here we are. On the internet.
On the internet.
I've
hate
heard
that place.
bad things. I've heard bad things about that place.
I've experienced bad things. with the internet.
Oh, god damn it. Every fucking time I forget. I swear to
It's
God.
tradition. If you didn't do it, I
At
would
least,
force you to
like,
do
at
it.
least I got it immediately at the time. I was so ready. I was like, whoop, here I go.
It's Dante, Rocket Raccoon's best friend from...
Yeah, that's how I know Dante
Marvel's
primarily
Capcom.
from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh, hey, are you talking about me? It's me, Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon!
This is what I sound like. This is my voice. Hey, that field of evil energy, it sucks.
I'm gonna just...
That's the right line for this situation.
Yeah, that was like the naughtiest word they could have him say, so they were like, it sucks. Like, he's the naughty one, so he says sucks. I don't remember what some of these are. I might look at some of those after I finish all the levels. I think we were here.
You are here.
Let's see. This is the wrong difficulty. Hold on. Ignore everything that's happening right now. Entirely.
I always do.
Can do.
Yeah, it's like, wait, were we supposed to be watching the rest of the time? Here we go. This is the one. I'm not doing Dante Must Die while talking. That's not gonna happen. Especially not on this level.
Climbing up the wall. If only I had some sort of bionic arm.
Like my buddy Spencer.
Hey, it's Spencer!
So that was the whole. That was the whole fucking cutscene. I think they didn't know what to put for that cutscene.
Yeah,
Like, I think
and also Spencer's here.
I think they literally didn't know what to put for this cutscene. Like, it's just both of them walking. Dante is walking, by the way. We're about to be in the room he was just walking in. That room takes like 4 seconds to walk across. So, I don't know what he was doing.
It's the bathroom. It's a demon bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
There's a demon in the bathroom, you guys.
Demon in the bathroom. The new hit thriller from Wes Craven.
Demon. No, that's more like a R.L. Stein.
Demon in the bathroom? But then I looked in the bathroom mirror and I was the demon. Goosebumps!
No, but then it turned out
Goosebumps!
I thought it was the demon. It was friendly.
Can we start yelling out goosebumps instead of World Star?
Goosebumps!
Goosebumps! Like it's...
Goosebumps!
If you're recording a street fight, you yell out Ward Star. If you're recording like a paranormal event, you yell out Goosebumps.
R.L. Stein totally saw it coming.
Yeah, see, this is where Dante literally just walked from here to here in that cutscene, and that was it. I don't know. And Lady sort of climbed for a while.
If Devil May Cry was an R.L. Stein book, it would be called My Dad the Demon? Question mark.
And this is where we landed after driving off the motorcycle. So it is actually the area shown in that cutscene. Anyway, this is the introduction of an enemy that I think we already fought, but this is the first time you fight them under normal difficulties. These dudes. Yeah, I definitely talked about them and how awful they are. But this way you do get to look at the fact that they have 2 faces.
Oh, well.
And they do, like a lot of enemy introductions, they have an attack that, that they do at the end of their opening cutscene that will hit you in the game. The issue is he's really, really high, so that attack will never hit you. he does a lunging attack, but he's incredibly high in the air.
If you have the reaction time of the standard, like, action game hero watching something approach that you've never seen before, then maybe it'll hit you. Like, if you actually stand there slack-jawed, been like,
No, like, he literally
no!
won't reach you, is the thing.
Oh, he won't even reach you.
No, he's way too high to reach you. He'd have to do, like, 3 lunge attacks to hit you. You only notice it if you jump up to try and hit him right away, and you can see him do the end of the attack. Anyway, these weapons are really good at dealing with them because you can sort of switch between their mid-air attacks and kind of keep comboing them. It's pretty easy.
I like that the fallen angel just kind of, yeah, they just sit there, you beat him.
Oh, and if you listen, you will hear, I believe, a song you haven't heard yet for the combat.
Ooh, more shitty music.
You were supposed to hear it last level, but instead we heard the choral music from the main menu. Because that always plays on Hell's Highway on the PC version, no matter what.
So I guess that after all this, it would make sense for Dante to just be kind of nonplussed after the Alistair sword
Yeah.
pierced him. He's just like, yeah, I've seen worse, it's fine.
Oh, I got pierced again. Do you know how many times
Yeah.
I've been pierced? Because I literally cannot keep track.
Oh, just one sword? This is a cakewalk. Definitely got it. So I remember once someone did a tweet to Camille. They said, is it possible for Dante to die? He seems to get stabbed a lot. And his reaction was, if you play badly, he will die.
Fair enough.
I love how Kamiya's just mayor of Do Not Give a Fuck Town.
I mean, he's not wrong, I suppose.
So this is the goal for this level, is to insert objects into this thing.
Ooh.
And
Stupid keyholes, you said.
there
Stupid
was...
ski hole.
Wait, is there... Hold on, let me see. I think there might be a secret mission.
Secret
Oh, no.
mission.
That's right, I remember. Never mind. There's a red crystal thing up here usually. But there isn't anymore because I broke it. And if you have Beowulf, you can do a dive all the way down here. Also, there's a little note that I think you can see in the cutscenes, but this is technically the main entrance, even though it's not the entrance Dante uses. But there's a little note from Jester here, welcoming you, which I think is cute. And also, there's a big Leviathan blocking you from leaving, which is a little less cute. And there's this thing, which I guess someone came out and put here? It's weird, and it's a good thing Leviathan didn't fall on it. Anyways, from that rumbling, Dante knows an energy source has been activated. And a large snapping sound like two parts locking together can be heard from beyond the wall, which is interesting because it was in a snapping noise and there's no wall. But
Just the wall, just a wall.
I'll take your word for it. Anyways, our only choice is to go back, so back we go.
There's another cutscene of him walking back, so that would be great.
Now this level is actually a payoff on something you might have noticed. You may or may not, but these doors here with the three icons, like crab, horse head, bird, and you might have noticed some of these... No, I guess none of these switches were visible until now. But now, we hit that switch outside, and now these switches are activated. And every time we hit them, a massive... The tower rearranges.
Oh, good.
And the doors switch. And, like, so this door can go to, I think, 3 different places. And every single one of these doors that we've seen throughout the game can go to one of 3 different places, depending on how we rotate the switch. And also some mechanisms are now activated, like this Gears of Madness room now has active gears that are moving, which can hurt you if you touch the edge of them and are also just kind of annoying to fight on.
Are they mad?
They are pretty mad. They seem angry, certainly.
Did they get less mad if you hit the switch?
No, they stay the same amount of mad. They never stop being mad. Where's the last dude? He's just gonna be up there, huh? He's not gonna come down and play? He's just gonna... I think he's stuck up there.
He's just... Help me!
Well, see ya, buddy. And this room was not active before, I think, this hallway. But now it's got a bunch of blades in it. Each one of them has their own little pattern. Oh, and this is the first time we're seeing the Dullahan's. Not the first time we're seeing them, but the first time we're seeing them in, like, combat mode. As opposed to just sort of hovering on a set pad. So when they're actually like in a fight, oops, I screwed that up. When they're actually in a fight, they will sort of hover in a circle around you, and then they'll sort of charge at you, and you pretty much have to wait for them to charge you and get behind them, smack them on their big jewel, because they're crystal gems, and you need to kill the gem.
Garnet, Pearl, all of them. Take them out.
All of them. Oh, cancel the show. Cancel the show and erase all the fanfiction from the
Yeah.
internet.
It's done now. Did you
It's
know
done
if you
now,
cancel
you
the show that everyone who wrote fanfiction has to go to re-education camp? True.
It's a law.
If only. The world would be a much better place.
Actually, yeah, then we could just cancel every show and the internet would be cured. You're right.
Yeah, it would be.
The internet would be cured.
I feel that so many problems on the internet could easily be destroyed if we just get rid of pop culture altogether.
So, I guess they didn't think of another thing that could generate power, so we're gathering 3 Orichalcon fragments.
Oh, we're not using, like, the original, apple from Adam and Eve that's just in their fridge.
Nope.
Or anything.
But I feel like that does get used at some point in one of these games. I might be misremembering. I might just be thinking of the ambrosia that we already used to get to Navon. Oops. Oh, you have to land right on the gears, huh? Where's the third one? He's gonna bother me? Here he is. That was easy. So, the trick to navigating this level is that you want to go in each room and hit this switch once, every time. And then do whatever you need to do in the room and leave. So you basically just want to go in a linear line and hit the switch once every single time. If you do that, it's really easy, because that's really easy to remember. But your first time through, you'd have no idea that. And in fact, even your second or third time through, you might not realize that that's the case, and you only need to hit every switch once. And if you don't know that, this is a fucking maze. Because there's no indication, like, you have to memorize, like, where does this go to? You don't even know what you're trying to get to. Much less where each door might go to, potentially.
It's just gonna be like 8 hours of this.
It's literally the longest level to complete the first time through. I think it took me, like, several hours. Because I got 2 of the fragments, and then I just did not know what directions, what combination of things I needed to hit to get the third one.
This seems like the kind of thing I would get stuck on for a while. Like,
It's real bad.
I didn't get stuck on the Water Temple and Ocarina of Time like everyone else in the world, but other
Nice.
stuff I would get stuck on.
I'm just gonna start skipping those, because I'm not gonna make you watch the screen rumble for 5 seconds every time.
No, I need it.
I want to see some screen jiggle.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. This music kicks ass, what are you talking about? Once again, highly recommend anyone check out the Crazy Chocobo song for Final Fantasy 13 2 on YouTube. Written by this guy, the same guy.
Yeah, I guess, like, video game companies just hire him out when they need someone who's gonna do something non-ironically. That, like,
We need a sincere guy. No one on staff can do this without giggling. We need someone who takes this completely seriously.
So we got our second fragment. No, wait. There's more dudes to kill. My bad. There's two ways in this room. They really like putting arachne fights in these rooms. Like, there's like 2 or 3 of these rooms, and every time you enter them, there's just a multi-stage arachne fight.
It's that old, you know, that old rule of thumb. Don't know what to do in a steak? Put a spider in it. Don't know what to put in your wedding vows? Put a spider on it.
Thanks, Offbeat Bride.
I want to go to Offbeat Bride right now and be like, hey, for our ceremony, we just dumped buckets of spiders on each other. And on the priest, and on all the witnesses. We are so kooky. We were like, I hope there's not a Black Widow in there. Seriously, there might be 1 or 2, but don't worry about it.
We didn't check. I don't know if this is PC version or not, but these spiderwebs are invisibility cloaks. See, like right now, if I didn't realize I'd hit that button already and I hit it again, I would literally not know how to complete this stage. Also, for some reason, killing the telehands in this room is a massive frame drop.
That's weird. They were
Yeah.
the keepers of the frames.
It's like specifically just in this room. There's like one other room where killing somebody causes a frame drop. I guess those spinning blades are really hard to render. No, I'm not gonna fight any more Fallen. I can switch to Beowulf. Oh, a fun thing in this room is that they literally use the same template from the original version of this room. Because if you look really, really closely, you can see a red orb way out in the distance where it would be under the waterfall.
Oh, that's funny.
Which is something I
Making
didn't
games
notice.
easy. Yeah, it's kind of got that beautiful Joe deal where they just kind of copied and pasted levels. The red jewel in the distance also kind of looks like a laser pointer.
The red jewel is a laser pointer?
No, it looks like someone's shining a laser pointer into the clouds or something. It's so far away.
God, these... Now that you've pointed out to me, these... I've really... Like, I pretty much stopped noticing that the orbs existed entirely, but now that you've pointed out, they really do look pretty stupid.
They're angry that you said that.
Yeah.
You're looking at. Not an angry.
I don't agree.
This room sucks to fight in, so thankfully you don't really have to fight in it, but on the next difficulty where those guys aren't so easy to take care of, and I think there's a couple more of them in this room, it's really miserable to fight them in this room. Anyways, that's all 3 fragments, right?
So?
Yep. So now we just have to make our way back. But there is an issue that we can't just keep following the same pattern we've been doing. Because we'll run into this. Well, first I'll go through this room. So we come over here, and there's this sign, and it says this path leads back to the human world, to enter the demon world. You have to proceed toward the heavens from the central route. And that's...
Oh?
Does that make sense to you? Like
Second star to the right and straight on to...
So, what that means is go back and hit the spinny thing one more time. Go back and hit your fidget spinner once more. And if you go towards here, you will go through a number of things. Here, you'll end up on Garian's Bridge, and then there's an extremely long fall. And there's actually a blue orb down here originally, and then if you go out... I'm ignoring these dudes completely, because whatever. Where's the door? Ah, here. Right? Nope, that's not a real door, it's a fake door.
No, like a ghost house.
I mean, it is hot. There are ghosts, I guess.
That's true. And some
Actually, I
goblins.
think those are the one thing that don't show up in this game. And then there's the effervescence corridor. And then where the fuck do you... And then you end up out here. And it looks like, oh, am I supposed to be here? I don't know. And you can go back into the Love Planet. And the teleporter there is still active. And so it kind of looks like I'm supposed to do that. And you take that teleport, you end up in a totally different part of the fucking tower. And you're completely off track, and you have no way of knowing it. And it's pretty much the worst. But what you're actually supposed to do... Where's the elevator? Oh, there it is. We'll have a fun, we'll see one of the angels. One of the fallen angels as we go past him here, I think. Oh, I guess he already
Get
went
back
down.
here.
You can't. They will chase you very slowly all the way up, and then you can go back down and be like, oh man, I just got halfway up here. They'll take a swipe at you as you go past.
Well, I tried.
So anyways, you're supposed to go back and hit it once more. And then you fight more spiders!
See? Don't know what to do. Put a spider in it. Work for Donkey Kong Country. It's gonna work here. One of the many things this game has in common with Donkey Kong Country.
One of the many, really. A lot of people don't know this, but a lot of what makes a stylish action game unique originally comes from Donkey Kong Country.
It's true. Dante's wearing red. Donkey Kong has a red tie. Think about it.
Why is that the go-to, like, enemy? I wonder.
Because they're creepy and we all know what they look like? Maybe?
That makes sense.
Oh, it's not gonna hit. What was I thinking?
Rocking out at spiders.
I don't even think they have ears, so they can't appreciate this shit.
That's why they're the true evil.
Yeah,
don't even know.
Dante's like rocking all the way out and they're just like, I'm sorry dude, I don't have ears, I don't know what that is.
I'm a spider, you know. Like, we gotta get some snakes in here. They'd appreciate the reverberations.
The music keeps telling you you're across the line, Frank. Think about it.
Oh, I thought they were saying about lacrosse.
You're really lacrosse. You're really the lacrosse guy.
Now you're really the lacrosse guy.
There's a line in there which I don't know. I almost refuse to look it up, but so you think you're compared to something, well that is something is nothing. I don't know if that's the line, but I feel like it must be. It can't be smarter. Anyway, so that's that level. Come here, water. And this entire time that we've been doing this, Arkham has just been sort of waiting, I guess? Slow elevator.
He's just hanging out, it's fine.
He plucks the threads that make us dance finger and toe.
He's in his asylum.
We surrender
In his
in
city.
joy to the lowest of the foul.
There's a knight. Thanks for coming out.
We submerge through darkness.
Thanks, Dose.
You're welcome.
That's why he's the most important
Hour by
person. in
hour,
this story.
we move downward. Ever
certainly.
closer.
What are you talking to? Like, is this like a
steady
spell?
gate? Now.
I mean, when you're kind of like a ham-handed villain, you kind of just like spout off philosophy just
Gluttony,
for fun.
greed, envy, lust, wrath, and pride.
And when he drops the beat.
A bell of chaos that tolls human desires.
You know, I think this is just him being a Full Metal Alchemist fanboy. This is what's gonna turn out.
The once sealed gate to the demonic world will open. Destruction! Carnage and despair!
It is kind of neat that if you look,
Stage drive.
the portal is like an image of the cathedral from the first game.
Fear,
Oh,
as
that's
its very name
oh yeah.
gloom strikes terror into the heart of mankind. Then I will become the ultimate ruler of this wasteland.
These demons are kind of jerks.
Engulfed with pandemonium.
I think the name Temin Negru would strike this into the heart of mankind. What?
Huh?
That's a reaction in the heart of mankind.
It's like a mispronunciation. It's like a mixed up version of a Zuggurat from like Brazil or something. I don't even remember.
Oh, that guy got sucked into a UFO. Well, he's laughing though. He's having a good time.
I have to go now. Hell needs me. Arkham died on his way to hell. Abs, yeah.
Abs.
Look at these abs. Oh, by the way, Yavu's filled in my joke. This is Arkham's origins. There we go. We're good. I'm a devil. I'm not.
Now this
Devil.
is what I'm talking
Who
about.
don't?
On? Off. On?
I could be your angle or devil. This is what I'm talking about. What are you talking about?
You didn't say anything. Hang on.
Was it? Hang on, there's not enough weird looking guys trying to kill me. Ah, here we go, much better.
Finally. That dude was expositing on the roof for like 5 minutes, and I had to just stand here.
I was fighting spiders for way too goddamn long.
I don't know what that means, but apparently it's a secret mission in this level. I hope I remember where it is. Oh, I know where it is. I remember.
Do you make just completely vague notes to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much perpetually. It's just what I do, like, all the time, not just for games, just always. I make a bunch of notes, and they're probably unreadable to anyone else.
That's fine.
They're sometimes readable by me.
I like really like dumb vague like video game notes. Like I remember once we were streaming Pokemon, like a bunch of Pokemon games, and the guy that was playing, I was playing Sapphire, another guy was playing Ruby. He made notes for Ruby. A bunch of them was just like, use Blaziken and kick that piece of shit to death. Of a spill, by the way. First.
Oh yeah, yeah. That sounds like Phil.
Oh,
You
I'm
could
running
do that so
for a car.
deadpan too. That would just work out so.
Yeah. I was like, can I borrow your notes, Phil? And he goes, yes, but for the love of God, don't read them on stream.
I just realized I was running Royal Guard instead of Swordmaster. That's why I was like awkwardly standing still sometimes.
Dante just like, I'll be right
He
back.
just like swings his sword and is like, never mind.
You know, I just realized something. You know why they made those like albums back in the '90s, like music inspired by the motion picture?
Yeah.
This sounds like the ones for like I don't know, like Blade or something like that. All of the music in this game sound like all the battle music sounds like the off tracks that were kind of crappy, that were like the lead singles or whatever. All sounds like rock filler.
Oh, I didn't
Like,
mention,
right
Beowulf's Devil Trigger special ability is that your defense goes up like crazy. It's actually really good if like you're at the point where you're likely to die. It's very handy.
That's good.
Anyways, here's this room again. And it's better than ever, because it's got 2 of the 3 most annoying enemies in it. The secret is to go over to here where the arrow dudes simply won't shoot you because they can't see you, because you can't see them.
Short wash of black. I like to think that this is just what Dante's internal monologue sounds like.
This is what he's thinking of.
Like this.
Arkham's like, finally, Dante, you've come, and it's time for us to decide the future of are you humming? What are you... Wait,
He's tapping his foot. Like,
Yeah, don't
This
just-
Arkham guy.
his head.
This Arkham guy is really dumb. I hate his face.
You're saying that loudly. I can hear you, Dante.
Like,
Does my face really look stupid?
Your face is what I'm talking about. It sucks.
before Scalebound got canceled, I think it was established in the trailer that the kid from Scalebound, who was basically Dante, actually, like the battle music was supposed to come from the kid, like put in his earbuds and start listening to music like this and start fighting him. So, that's what the battle music was supposed to be.
So here's the puzzle. We're at a puzzle.
Oh,
You
puzzle.
choose the eternal
Puzzle
power of the
time.
golden sun. Release me from the darkness. So the puzzle is, well, we have to break this thing. That's the puzzle.
Oh, that's a pretty good puzzle.
Well, sometimes it can be tricky. I think with this loadout it won't be that hard. It generally is not very difficult. And there's a secret mission over here, and I don't remember which one it is. Oh, it's this one! This one's fine. It's an actual puzzle. And this one's actually randomized. There's a number of different possible puzzles you can get. So it's actually, like... And they're actually kind of legit. Let's see, I don't... Let's see. What points at this? That points at this.
My teenage dream, indeed. My music inspired by the motion picture Judgment Night unused track 90s Black Sabbath featuring Young Black. Yes.
It's just loading for me.
Oh, are you not seeing it?
I see it.
Oh, I'm seeing it now. It came
Okay.
back.
There we go.
I didn't see you get to
Puzzle.
smack your crystals around.
Oh, you know you can watch me smack my crystals anytime, baby. On my webcam. FredWestMaxCrystals.com. $5 per minute. I'm
$5
expensive.
per big Jesus, that's a deal.
Anyways, so Dante gets the hit GBA RPG Golden Sun.
Oh,
Game you
sweet!
never
They'll
got.
remake this, and then nobody will give a shit or buy it.
Make sure to put in the 17 pages of code so that way you can save your game.
That game really has codes.
To transfer your
Oh,
save
yeah.
from the first one to the second one.
That's right.
I think this is actually the first time you fight the Rux in normal difficulty.
Although I'm kind of a starfish, but kind of a sea anemone.
I'm a tentacle dick that shoots lasers.
We never figured out what the proper term for a 200 cock monster was.
Would that be a centicock?
Well, like a very old episode, Boots and Acer had an argument over what you would call a 100 dick monster. And I think I think Boots' suggestion was Decepticon, and then Acer said it would be Detecticon.
Oh.
I don't think we ever got a resolution to that.
I mean, the fact is, anybody who knows for sure what it's called is just being too cocky. Thanks, Toast. Jesus.
Thanks, Toast. God, you asshole.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
Oh, these dudes are vulnerable to ice, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that.
Oh, we all.
Yeah, these are actually just people, and they're vulnerable to ice like people are vulnerable to ice.
Yep. Truly, we are the monster demon things.
I mean, probably, but I feel like probably the demons in this case might be the demons.
No, you are the demons.
And then Dante was a demon? But you
And Dante
already
was
was?
And then Dante was, well, he still, I mean, he was a demon before too. Oh, let me put the golden sun in.
What are you do? Bang, 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 bang,
Bang, bang, bang. I'm canceling with Royal Guard, which lets you do silly things. Door's firmly sealed, I guess. I mean, there's like a crack there, but maybe that's firmly to you.
That's not very far. We need to condemn this place.
That other indentation in the wall must mean something. But what could it mean? Well, we're in something called the Sun and Moon Chamber.
Get that Resident Evil shit out of here. See, couldn't that have been like an interaction in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where Dante and Chris Redfield have some sort of nod to how this is basically trying to be Resident Evil at first?
I mean, you're saying that there should be interactions in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite at all. I guess we should say for anybody watching. You can watch like the first 15 minutes of cutscenes from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite story mode, and it's really, really bad. And everything about it is very bad.
Yeah, we can reenact it right now. Hello, Toast, you're here.
I am here. There's robots.
Good that you're here. We will punch robots.
Yes, we should punch robots. I'm a character in Marvel or Capcom.
I am the character from the other one, whichever one you're not from.
Here's my catchphrase.
Here's my catchphrase. A catchphrase that is not from one of the games I'm actually from. But just the thing I'm saying, I guess.
I guess they didn't actually say catchphrases. Which,
No, they didn't really have any.
Well, here's the thing I said.
Well, Arthur does tell Thor that he's mighty, so he kind of, like, it's not catchphrase, but kind of references.
Oh my god, stop running. This room's the worst.
Yeah, the only part of that trailer, the only part of that video I liked was that he called Thor a heathen god. And that was pretty funny. Other than that, yeah.
Yeah, and then Iron Man said that Arthur has a small dick, which I feel is...
Yeah,
Kinda
I mean,
weird.
if that was more about the trailer about that, like, I would love to watch a game about Marvel vs.
Speculation
Capcom.
on Arthur's dick.
It's
Yeah,
one of
like,
the it's one of the gems, the Dick Shame gem, and you just you can hit the special button.
Yeah, it's weird how, like, with some characters like Iron Man and Rocket Raccoon. Oh, do you have a thing to read?
I have a what?
Do you have a thing to read?
Oh no, it's just make whole the spheres.
Oh, okay.
That's,
But I was just gonna say with Iron Man and Rocket Raccoon, it seems like they're trying to make them like their movie counterparts, but then other characters they just don't give a shit. Like Captain America and Thor really are just the regular Captain America and Thor from the comics.
What?
They don't really
They
act
just-
like Chris Evans or anything.
What the fuck is happening?
Okay, so the goal here is to knock these into each other, which, like, doing normally is kind of a pain, like, with ground combos, but air combos make them go crazy. But I just straight knocked them into each other, and they bumped off each other, and it didn't care. And that counted. I don't know. It's kind of a glitchy room.
Physics are hard.
They literally bounced off each other, and I was like, no, I don't think they hit. This is also the point when I was playing through... When I installed it this time, I was running on a much higher FPS, and I got here, and I was just like, I can't make this happen. I was like, I don't remember this being so hard. Like, I was hitting them, and they were barely moving, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't remember this being so hard before. I don't understand. Am I doing something wrong? I looked up, like, a YouTube guide. I did everything, and then I realized that I'd set the FPS to be twice as high, and that was affecting their physics. So, like, it was just impossible.
speedrun strat.
But
right
I spent
there.
like a good frustrated 15 minutes just being like, what the fuck? This is not hard. It's easy.
You know, I wonder if the hitboxes, like you just hit it on the corners of those, on the edges of those spheres where the hitboxes weren't. Like they didn't make the hitboxes big enough, so they just bumped up against each other, maybe.
Maybe?
Like they're spheres, but the hitbox, like if they made the hitbox smaller than the actual spheres, like the outer like 4 parts of it outside the hitbox wouldn't do anything. Maybe. Either that or it's just shit.
It's just, I mean, I think it's just something that the game wasn't really designed to handle. Because, like, physics weren't common back at this point.
That's true.
Like, games these days, you can just put a physics thing in and it's no big deal. But then, if you had physics in your game, you kind of had to specially make it. Oops,
Yeah.
I got blown up by the spear. Man, I'm getting destroyed by these dudes. These are really bad weapons for fighting these guys, actually. Here, come over here, you two, would you?
Oops, I whipped it.
I missed it.
Incredible Reggie. Oh, hey, we can reenact another part from the that Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate thing. You want to do that again? Here, like introduce me again, like before.
Oh, it is Toast. He is here.
Hey there, I'm Rocket Raccoon. Hey, I sound just like I do in the movie.
Hey kids, it's your pal Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you all have to pay special attention to Rocket Raccoon. It is not really that far off from order.
Oh my god, and Tony Stark sounds pretty crappy too, but not as bad as Rocket Raccoon. It's like, oh, you're kind of not doing that great of a Robert Downey Jr., but Rocket Raccoon is just like Bradley Cooper. I was trying to say, it's like Bradley Cooper. Just, I get to see him saying that, just being like, ugh. All right.
Hey kids, it's me, your pal Bradley Cooper.
It's me, Bradley Cooper. This is how I talk.
His voice kind of like even cracks whenever he's talking. Like there's a scene where they find Thanos or whatever, and he's like, "No, man, no, we can't get him." And he's like, "Are you nuts?" It's like, "Doctor Strange, back me up." It's just like, what's wrong with their voice?
Can we reenact my favorite part of that, of my favorite Rocket Raccoon line from that? Ask me about the aura of evil energy or whatever.
What is this aura of evil? Whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yep.
That's verbatim his reaction.
Curtain.
No, there's an aura of evil energy all around this prison. Do you... And, like, Doctor Strange... No, sorry, it's Doctor Strange. He's like, there's an aura of evil energy all about this prison. And it's like, yeah, it sucks. Like, what
Can you feel it? He asks, can you feel it? Rocket Raccoon's like, yeah, it sucks.
You should just play those
He
cutscenes.
sounds like the slug monster from Monsters, Inc. Mike Wazowski, I'm Rocket Raccoon.
This room is actually the worst, if you don't play it right.
Ooh.
Because there are enigmas. I'm just gonna die, but no, I'm playing very badly today. It's been a long day. It was very hot, so I'm playing a little sloppy.
Very hot.
Very hot. But there are enigmas on some raised platforms that are very awkward to get at. And if you let them on your screen, they're basically just going to shoot you the whole time.
Just like it's fun.
Man, I'm just letting myself get beat up. How embarrassing.
They look like the terrible gargoyles from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Do any of them... Are you implying that any of these gargoyles want to fuck a goat?
Are you implying that there's someone who doesn't want to fuck a goat if we're being honest with ourselves?
Who among us, really?
Ooh, I have to be somewhere else. It's not here. Come on.
An admission of guilt if I've ever heard one. Oh, you're gonna launch from my face? Oh my god. Nope, no, that was one side.
I remember the scene from Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame where the gargoyles start flying around, this shitty Blade music plays, and then Quasimodo starts bouncing around and doing backflips, flying through the air, shooting them.
Fine, I'm just gonna go past that dude. He's the worst to kill.
That would have been an improvement to the gargoyle scenes. Of course, almost anything would have been.
I kind of want to see, like, I kind of don't because I don't want Disney to, like, buy Capcom or anything, but I would like to see, like, Disney's rendition of Devil May Cry, like, what they would change. Or, like,
Oh god, I forgot. Whatever.
or, like, if I owned a famous, like, video game franchise, or, you know, just game or whatever, I would be so tempted to, like, go to Netflix and say, okay, this is what I'm thinking. We do, like, a cartoon of the game, but it's, like, ironically done in, like, the Deke, like, Cartoon Network style. Not Cartoon Network, Cartoon Express USA style, where we have to censor everything, and it's, like, really shitty. No, I won't get out of your office. You're gonna listen to my idea.
Cue the YouTube compilations of Dante saying, "Time to unleash the devil" every episode, because that's his like catchphrase that they have to say every time.
Devil, though. He wouldn't be able to say devil, because that would be like too.
Time to unleash the power of my trigger.
Yeah, it would have to be something that isn't like.
No. Trigger time.
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
Like on the Mortal Kombat USA, where Sonya was just an idiot who ran into every situation and yelled "Combat time."
There's nothing stopping you from beating this room like this, by the way. I like that Dante's not even looking down when he fires. He's just sort of looking straight ahead. He's just like, oh, whatever.
That's how little he gives a shit.
It looks like he's drumming. Like,
Anyways, I won't do that anymore because that will take
now he's-
forever.
No, he's definitely humming to himself. Definitely.
Everybody just tried to hit me at once. Nice.
Any thoughts on Disney's Hercules? I like Disney's Hercules. I know Toast isn't that much of a fan, but I like it.
I don't hate it. It's just it's very fun. You know, to be fair, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I saw it as a kid. But I remember as a kid, I was like, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the best.
Yeah, I mean, I love like really good villains. Like
Yeah, Hades is the best.
all good villains are collectively my waifu. So I enjoyed that. Plus, like you could easily dub over all of Phil's scenes with Danny DeVito's lines from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it would be amazing. I feel.
I'm the trash man. But Phil, how do I become a hero? God.
Wouldn't that be amazing though?
I love his reaction too when people ask him if he was gonna voice Detective Pikachu. Like, what the fuck is
What the
Pokemon?
fuck is a Pikachu?
What the fuck is a Pikachu? Yeah.
The thing is, I really wish he would not only voice Detective Pikachu, but that line would make it into the movie. You can't solve crimes. You're a Pikachu. What the fuck is a Pikachu?
Literally don't even acknowledge that it's a Pikachu.
No.
Well, like in the they never translated the game, but in the game, apparently Detective Pikachu is like kind of a womanizer. Like he flirts with human women, but since only one human can actually understand what he's saying, then other humans are just like, oh, he's saying Pika Pika, and so like that really frustrates him. Like I feel that rule is just perfect for Danny DeVito. He's just saying lewd things to women at all times, and I think he's just a Pikachu.
Okay, we've got dramatic cutscene coming up.
Ooh.
You can either try to go through the red door or go into the room, but it doesn't matter. Same cutscene place.
It's the shittiest episode of Let's Make a Deal ever.
What's wrong? You
He's
tired?
got the costume for
Then
it, I
stand
guess.
back. I'll take care of this.
No, you stand back.
I told you, you can't do it. Don't you get it? This is not a human's job.
You're the one who doesn't get it. It's not something you can reason with.
No,
It has nothing to do with me being a human and you being a demon. I'm driven by the inability to forgive him. My soul is screaming, demanding me to kill him. That's enough motivation to keep me going. Besides, this is my family matter. You should stay out of it.
Okay, lady. I get the picture, but I can't just sit back and watch either. I'm pretty pissed at him too, you know. Now, get out of my way, or there'll be some consequences.
Fair enough. I wasn't planning on letting any demons live anyway. Not even...
Dante, it's like, there hasn't been any shooting or fighting in like 5 cutscenes. This is not acceptable.
This is how we talk in Devil May Cry.
Joshua never picks up her pistol, but we'll ignore that. So this fight's actually really cool and weird. It feels very different than all the rest of the fights, and I think that's pretty deliberate since she's a human. She's the only human... No. Well, she's the only human fight in this game, anyway. And it's a lot of sort of hiding... Oh, shit! She can hit you through the wall! I thought I was hiding and talking. Alright.
Eat back, man.
So, there's a lot of sort of hide and seek, and she wants to run away from you a lot and then do attacks. And you want to chase her, generally. Although if you chase her really hard, she'll generally just really run away with her grappling hook. And drop a couple of grenades behind.
I haven't seen most of the stream. Can someone summarize the plot in 5 words or less? Alright, hang on a second.
Get ready!
Demons, fight, Dante, rad shit. There we go, 5 words.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
works.
good summary. I put that on the Wikipedia page.
Do it. $1 million to whoever deletes the Wikipedia page and just replaces it with that. Then watches it get reverted in like 2 seconds.
One thing about this fight is that she's periodically just sort of shooting away at you, and a lot of her moves are shooting little bullets. And it's really hard to not take damage from them, but if you shoot, then they'll deflect, like in the cutscene. Once again, like, they really want you to do the cool shit that happens in the cutscene.
What
I
a,
appreciate that.
what a stupid idea. Why did they do that?
And actually, in Dante Must Die mode, she gets a special move, which is a bullet uppercut with her SMG, which is really brutal. It's actually, like, it really makes it really hard to fight, because anytime you get close to her, she'll just interrupt your combo by doing that.
It's like, since she's just a human, is there actually any justification for why, like, you cutting her up with a demon sword and shooting a billion bullets into her face, like, doesn't just kill the fuck out of her?
Well, if you look when you hit her with melee weapons, she's actually blocking.
She's blocking a giant sword! It's bigger than her.
I mean, she's blocking. I don't... What? I'm not sure what you're not getting. And she does a lot of dodging. I think it's kind of implied that she's dodging a lot. And I think it's just kind of implied that she's a badass. She's probably the biggest badass in the series since she's a human.
That's all, I'm fine with that.
I think she's just rad.
She is pretty... I do like Lady. I hope you don't actually kill her.
No,
I
she
guess
dies
we'll see.
here. I can't believe Lady's fucking dead. Oh, she
Oh,
did a reload
no.
animation. Sometimes,
End the stream.
sometimes you get to
My
catch her
waifu.
reloading. I almost never see that. Where'd she go? Oh, she's gonna use her missiles. Oh shit, they still hit me! Ah, I did such a stylish dodge and they still hit me. But yeah, see, you'll
That's
notice
Dante for you.
she's blocking right now. Oh, that's the uppercut. That's the one. I guess she still does it on this way.
Demon death rains from above, I guess. I just like Lady just because it's like she doesn't have a lot of character. I mean, well, like no, she has a lot of character, but I mean, like she doesn't have a lot of like weird bullshit. Like, why is she saying? Anyways, cutscene.
Mm.
I'll take care of him.
Dante don't give a shit.
Why do you care so much?
I guess kind of, I mean, it's kind of implied that like this fight
My
is
father.
neither of them really want to kill the other at this point. They're just getting emotional.
And now, my brother's trying to break
So
that
how
spell
about
and turn
I
everything into
fill your dark soul
Demonville.
with light?
This is my fault, too. Quite frankly, at first, I didn't give a damn. But because of you, I know what's important now. I know what I need to do.
Wait.
Trust me, I'll make things right for you. That's what my soul is telling me to do.
You know what I need to do? More rad shit.
Use
Take this, and you can do
How
even
much is
more
it gonna
rad
cost
shit.
me?
Okay, I'm listening.
You can give me your name.
Dante.
Dante.
This is how you introduce yourself.
Please. Free my
You do like
father.
18 boss battles and then try to shoot each other to death.
I will.
My name is Bayonetta.
Sweet fucking music.
So, we got, well, I'll show it when we get to a equip screen. First we have to get through the Heavenrise chamber, which is weird, because usually they just end the level, but they're like, after that dramatic cutscene, I guess we'll have you do a few jump pads. Whee! And then the level's over. Like, I don't know.
This is Final Fantasy VII all over again. Oh man, Eris just died. Time for snowboarding!
Look, Cloud was just working through his grief, alright?
Just tears
Ow.
streaming down his face
I
as he
am-
snowboards down.
I am still upset that you couldn't use her body as the snowboard in the snowboarding.
What I was gonna say before about Lady is like, I mean, she has character and I like all the, you know, I'm not trying to say one-dimensional, but it's just like, she doesn't get into a lot of dramatic shit or like, that doesn't make sense. Like, we're just like, oh, why is her character doing that? It's just like, my father sucks. I'm gonna kill my father. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a bunch of shit, cool shit, doing that. Like, just her whole attitude is fuck off. I'm gonna kill my father. And I appreciate that.
I
Well, I
respect
have
that on a
gun
professional
battles.
level.
Well, I have gun battles with this
Yeah, man.
idiot with the silver hair.
And so here's Arkham finding Force Edge, which previously was, I guess, in the demon world, or like the atrium to the demon world. I don't really know where he is. I guess he, but he used the amulets to go partly into the demon world, and the sword is sealing off the connection.
Welcome to the foyer of the abutment of demons.
It's also stated somewhere that like Sparta's the one who made this tower in the first place, or at least made it a seal to the demon world, and he used the 7 demons that you fought as the gatekeepers to the demon world. I'm not really sure. It's not clear because Virgil clearly wasn't going to fight them, so like I don't know what the 7 demons were doing.
Only
functionally.
the most badass of demons can do this. His foot is not touching part of the rock, by the way.
That's something that, again, is not noticeable at the original resolution, I have to say. There's a lot of things that you'll probably notice that look a little janky that just weren't noticeable on the PS2. I'll be right back. I need a bathroom.
By the power of plot
I hope
MacGuffin
no one
bullshit,
talks shit
I
about
have
me
the
'cause I have
power.
my headphones.
Hey, mans.
And he tries. He's badass all the time.
Chad is saying ladies like Yuna. No, Steve, ladies likable, so... Here we can do a Devil May Cry scene if lady was Yuna. Toast, be badass Dante, say something badass.
Huh, so you're back. You gonna shoot me some more?
I'm just gonna go get my summon. We're gonna go
What the hell's wrong with you? When are we gonna have a gun battle? Lady.
I have to go get the demons. Yes, the demons. We're gonna have
Man,
the
this
demons.
sucks. I'm gonna rock out on my guitar and get away from here.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. I won't bother you anymore.
I'm already gone. And scene.
And scene. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the voice acting in Final Fantasy X is really not good at all, and it's inexcusable because they're all professional voice actors and should have known better. The voice direction, I'm assuming, was awful.
Cue voice clip of Titus laughing here. Yeah. I wasn't gonna do it just because I've heard it done so much. I'm like, I don't even feel like rating it.
Have you?
So good job.
Did I link you to the thing where someone did the entire soundtrack with Titus's laugh as all of the music
Oh.
stuff?
I
You
think
can-
you mentioned that. I don't think you linked me to it.
You can download it and make it a mod in the Steam version of the game, and
good.
I kind of want to stream it.
Oh, is 10 on a?
Yeah,
Is
10
10
is
on?
Steam.
Okay. Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, I remember.
The
Coming out.
Titus laugh sample version of the battle against Seymour It's really good.
Oh my god. It sounds like that one thing with Vinny. Vinny when he was playing the Mario 64 Chaos, and it became all of Mario's soundtrack became all of Mario's jumping voice clip.
I'm back, by the way.
You keep saying we're gonna talk shit about you, but we just talk shit about Final Fantasy X. So.
How dare you? I worked on it.
Okay.
Really, what did you do?
I was the Chocobo. That's me. I was the Chocobo.
It
The one that gets eaten by the Chocobo Eater?
Anyways, so this is the Kylina Ann, and it's the last weapon we're gonna get, and it's really, really powerful, and especially when you first get it, and you're still bad. It's like really, really powerful. It has various uses, it says.
Ooh, various uses.
You can chop up vegetables. You can like use it as a mirror when you shave. You have the bayonet there. It's great.
I will
There's a
show
Wi-Fi
off.
hotspot for my smartphone.
I'll show it off in Gunslinger later, I think. Oops, I didn't want alt tab. There we go. Am I in Swordmaster? I am in Swordmaster. I think there's an item up there originally.
Positive Stress is freaking out about the Titus laughing scene. Look, I get you. I get the intent is that he's supposed to be laughing badly, like he's forcing a laugh. Sure, I get that. That's not the part I have a trouble with. The thing is, the forced laugh that he chooses to do as through the voice acting, or that they direct him to do, is really grating, even if you know the reading for that scene. So I'm just saying, even in that context, it's not good. So I'm just saying.
So this room is optional. What you get for beating it the first time is a, you get a gold orb, I think. It's one of the only pick-upable gold orbs in the game. Gold orbs speak the thing to let you continue. Except I'm playing on yellow orbs. Since I'm playing on gold instead of yellow orb option, I don't have to use one to continue, basically. If I use a gold orb, I will continue right from... Literally, I will just resurrect in that room. You can choose either mode. Is this breaking this quickly?
So it's like that with Take-Two.
Yeah, and it's a special edition only thing to choose between yellow and gold modes. Also, everybody's double triggered here if you didn't notice. You can hit the switches to turn it off, but as you just noticed from me walking back and forth, they turn off by the time you turn the next one on. It's basically impossible.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's really no point. You're just gonna fight a bunch of double triggered dudes.
Now you're gonna fight a bunch of double trigger dudes. I'm gonna sit here and do shit.
Yeah, we get to watch.
Awesome.
The Lusty guys in particular are obnoxious, because the main defense against their dash is to hit them before they do it. But when they don't really get staggered consistently by anything, you can't really afford to do that. Anyways, about gold and oops. Why did I jump that? Whatever. About gold and yellow option. It's something you choose for the save file and you can't switch it once you've chosen it. And it's... Gold is only... Yellow is the only thing that's available in the original. And if you... yellow basically means you can use a gold orb to continue from the last sort of checkpoint. It's usually the start of the room you were in, or the previous room, but sometimes it's further away. And if you don't do that, you have to start the whole level over. Whereas in Gold Orb mode, you can either just continue for free, or you can use a Gold Orb to revive on the spot. So Gold Orb is just better, and there's no reason to not use it. And if you want to force yourself to start the level over anyway, you can just do that.
I see.
No, I don't want it to swing. I don't want to swing on the pole, Dante.
But Dante wants to swing on the pole.
I haven't shown off the Kainene hands. I guess a good place to do it, though, not against this guy. Terrible timing. So imagine every room being like that, and you start to get an idea of why Dante Must Die just gets fucking tedious. It's really just a bad difficulty mode that is only bad because the enemies are poorly designed. So they like the only way they could make those enemies hard is by making them non-staggerable and giving them shit tons of health. And then it's just a battle. Like I did the Bloody Palace the other day, and I wanted to actually try and complete it, but once you get to level 9,000, every enemy is devil triggered instantly. You don't even have a chance to do damage first like you do in Dante Must Die, and it's just the fucking worst. And I just literally got bored to death. And that I got so bored I started playing carelessly and like died because I didn't want to keep playing. Like, it's really unfortunate because in every other aspect this is my favorite Devil May Cry game, but playing at the highest difficulty is really boring. Oh, and this is the, what is the name of this chamber? It's the God, oh, this is the God Cube chamber. And I don't know if we've been here yet. If we were, then it's worse now. I made it look pretty easy, and to be fair, the platforming in this game is better than the first game. You have a decent amount of air control. I can sort of weave myself left and right. But it's still not exactly precision. I took the easiest path up, which is not necessarily obvious.
I'm just like, what if TikTok Talk was evil? Oh man, can you imagine that guy doing a rendition of that Mario 64 music? That'd be great.
Yep.
One good thing about the Kailina Ann is that it'll knock down Enigmas. Sometimes Enigmas will back outside of its range, but sometimes they won't. So it's just up to trying to get close enough that they'll stay in the range of the rocket, while staying far enough that they will not back up.
Oh, that makes sense.
And it also means that if they're in a corner, you can blast them with it. And they'll just get knocked against the wall, and then they won't fire at you when you try and get close. Oh, there's still one of you left. Oh god, the Enigmas are so obnoxious. Why did you give the long-range obnoxious enemy the ability to skate across the room like the fucking Jet Set Radio? I hate it so much.
Understand the concept of bullshit enemies. Oh.
Oh, it's gonna hit me. Oh no, I got out of the way. Really? I thought I dodged that again. There we go. This way? This way. Anyways, that fight was actually optional.
That's fine.
How dare you?
How dare. If you go out here and all the way around here, there's like a blue orb, I think, that is in this elevator room. I think they kind of expect you to take that fight rankings-wise, if I remember correctly. Like, you're probably going to get a bad ranking if you don't do it. Because there's not that many enemies in this. In fact, if you do this level very quickly, I think you fight like 7 enemies, and that's it. If you feel like it. Oh boy. Here comes some platforming. Oh good, I did it.
I was on the edge of my seat there.
But we're not gonna skip all the enemies because we've got a Jester fight. Custodian Rebellion.
Ooh, great.
The last one.
How are you still fighting Jester when it's reveals?
Oh, because he's a bonus boss? And they had us fight him 3 times because...
Yeah, but like, why did they put one of them, shove one of them at this point of the game?
I don't know. I think they wanted to spread it out.
Welcome to hell!
I really couldn't tell you.
This game doesn't
I
make
think
any
because
sense.
we've been watching a lot of him in the cutscenes, so they're like, I guess this is the place to put him.
I don't make any sense of this story.
Anyways, I'm running Royal Guard for this one because it's definitely the best thing to use against him. Because you can, if you jump guard these balls, well, if you can figure out where the fuck they are, it's so hard to depth perceive them, I swear to God. Why are you doing this attack lane? I hate this attack the most, actually. I find it the hardest to figure out where the hell the balls are.
Can you stay a little out of Frank? I need to record
Tee-hee.
for personal reasons.
I have so much trouble finding the balls. I really want to find the balls and run right into them and slam my face into these balls while I'm holding up my arms to catch them. But it's really hard to figure out where they are.
You said find.
I'm not doing that bad.
That's a good bit.
Pretty good, yeah.
I'm just play the guitar for a while because this attack doesn't really work.
I mean,
like you can pretty much just
fun.
sit there when the slow orbiting thing he does doesn't really work out. Oh, don't drive. That's a bad move to do. Please, I want to catch these balls. I want these balls.
that's not.
I'm literally trying to get hit by these balls, and I can't figure it out.
They're too big.
Well, to do this, you gotta have balls with a Z for the Sega Genesis.
That's a joke for lots of people.
It's a joke for me. That's all that
Good.
matters.
Now we got baseball.
Baseball 2000 up here. Man, I'm making all the jokes for myself. Remember the Game Boy game, Baseball 2000?
Remember everyone, all you baseball 2000 fans?
I do
Step
remember that
up.
game, actually.
I never actually played it. I just remember seeing it.
Oh,
It was
it's not very
3D.
It was 3D, which was weird.
I guess Baseball and Balls have a similarity in that they're like early days of like, look, it's 3D. It sucks, but it's 3D.
Yeah, it's really, really bad, but it's 3D on your fucking Game Boy. What do you want, kid? Jesus.
I think that was an early ad campaign for baseball.
Oops. What? Ah, shit, that hit me. What? That one hit me too? That was so in front of me! I can't fucking do this fight!
Oh,
Are my
good.
eyes
I've never
red?
seen it barf that stuff up before. Like barf
Yeah, that's a new
heart
move
or
for this
something.
version. The ball form gets a lot of new moves in this fight.
That's pretty disgusting, actually.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
kind
it.
of gross.
That face is really expressive.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't.
Friggin' fucking ego orb from Earthbound. I like the expressions when you're hitting it. I'm so mad.
Yeah. That was angry face, bro.
Man, I really did not think. I literally can't tell.
You're just weak against balls.
I'll kill him with the guitar. There we go.
That's a good idea.
Excuse me.
Positive Stress says, okay, but listen, what if that face was the funny me gusta meme face? And if I could be asked, you'd be banned. If this was my channel, you'd be banned right now.
Yeah, if I were a mod, you know,
You're
you
done.
would get a timeout.
And now I'm gonna want to switch to Trickster, I am pretty sure. Yeah. Yep. I am gonna want to switch to Trickster. I remember what's next. My memory's terrible, but I remember that.
Switch to Trickster.
Switch to Trickster.
Trickster.
I guess I didn't really
Switch
show
to
off the
Trickster.
Kylina Ann, but this is... You've seen it. This is what it does. It shoots a rocket that goes an extremely short distance and then explodes. And, actually,
Good for a rocket.
before you upgrade it, it goes even less... It fires even slower, I think? So it just sort of, like, slowly travels to that distance and then explodes. Anyway, these are
Oh, I
actually
thought
the
it-
first enemies you have to fight in this level.
I was about to ask why are the rockets throwing up like feathers when it explodes, and I'm like, oh, that's just the shitty explosion textures.
One of the main things this game is called Freedom Planet.
Yeah.
Kylina Ann is really good against these Soul Eater guys because you can just sort of turn around and rocket them in the face. It's very good at that.
Rocket them in the face.
And now, the third trial, because we're revisiting all the trials in this level, if you didn't realize, is Trial of Skill. But this time I'm gonna do it the easy way, and just just Trickster through, because Air Dash is kind of absurdly good. Physics. If you go forward, you're invincible.
Pretty good.
Is there a secret mission here? Yes. Yes,
See,
there
lady
is.
couldn't exploit physics like that, that's why.
No, but she has a grappling hook. Literally, they're like, how does Lady even get around in this ridiculous mess of a tower? And they're like, oh, I guess she has a grappling hook. So she just climbed... Like, that's why she spends so much time climbing up the tower. Because there's no other way she would get around. Anyway, this is probably the most well-hidden of the secret missions. It's this little statue on the archway that's more lit up than the rest of them. And in it, you do another Trial of Skill, but now it's even faster!
Uh-oh.
Now I'm gonna have to press that button even more times.
Are you up to it, Frank?
I think I can manage. Well, actually, I almost screwed up there. But it's still pretty easy. Without Trickster, that's actually really, really, really ridiculously brutal. Because to get around some of the spikes, if they show up on the other side, you have to lose ground. But if you're willing to just go through them with Trickster, then... I think this is the first place you fight these Abyss enemies. We already know them though, they're just... They're just very agile and they teleport and they shoot at you sometimes. Really? That hit me? Okay. I'll buy it. I'll believe it.
Let's go to the videotape.
There we go. Got rid of the Soul Eaters. Let's see if this guy has enough health. A fun thing about these Abyss enemies is that if you hit them with the rocket launcher, they will always... Oh no, not if they hit a wall, they won't. Okay, let's move you a little bit over here. If you shoot a rocket at them, they will, and they don't splat a wall, which I guess isn't going to happen here. There's too much wall, but they will always do a dash.
Too much wall.
They'll always do a dash attack at you afterwards, which you can interrupt with a rocket, which would make them do another fall back and do another dash attack, which so on and so forth. And we're back to this place where one of many places where Virgil and Arkham were being moody together. For this fight, I'm gonna want to run. Yeah, I'm gonna want to run what I have. Now we're in the Dark Pact chamber.
No.
P-Stress asked if I'd ever done that challenge without cheesing it, and the answer is yes, I have. I've done it without, I've done it with Royal Guard, which is another type of cheese, and I've done it just walking and doing stingers when I can. Anyways, here's this guy. I hope you're ready for a puzzle boss.
Ooh, I am ready for a puzzle boss.
You're here to ask me some questions. Well, too bad. I've already answered them myself.
That's got kind of oogly
I
boogly.
don't need you anymore.
He's Dante's mirror dark image. I do like the fact Dante's like, oh, people fight their mirror images when they need to learn a lesson about determination or something. But I just did that in the last boss fight, so whatever. I don't really need that.
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
pretty
though.
good. I don't need to live everything. I did this already.
Oh, he's just gonna... I always forget about that combo. Whatever. I am playing sloppy today. I kind of thought that might happen. I had very low health. Sometimes if he does a stinger but he stays near you, he will do another combo. And that's the only time he does 2 attacks in a row, basically. Anyway, so this dude doesn't like light. If I stay on these lights, he won't be able to hit me. He won't be able to come to me. He will be able to hit me, as demonstrated. But the lights will close. If I haven't hit a light open for a while, they'll close. And he's also... Ooh. How many hits does it take on this? Oh, one more than I thought. Every difficulty, these mirrors take one more hit to open. I think I've got the right
Quite a
number.
mirror image if he's like twice as tall as you.
Well, that's him in demon form. It looks just like Dante's demon form. You'll see in a second, I'm going to knock him out of demon form. That's what happens when he gets hit by the light. If I'm in the light, though, he'll launch a fireball to close one of them, and then the cycle kind of breaks. But I can knock the fireball back to do damage, if I don't screw it up. Nice stinger. So the key to defeating him is basically to bait him in and then open up the mirror while he's there. And that way he won't go and hit another mirror while you're... Because if you open it while he's far away, he'll just sort of shoot a fireball at it or something and close it.
Stop that.
I'm just like, please no.
Stop putting these wall eyes on me.
He's also vulnerable to Beowulf, naturally, since Beowulf is light.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And if you knock all the mirrors open, then you get a while to wail away on him. Until he gets pissed and is like, never mind. I guess I have the ability to turn them all off at once. So you basically just have to time shit right on this one. Especially once on the later, as difficulties go on, and these mirrors take more hits to open. And then trying to balance and getting a couple extra hits when he gets close. But it doesn't really change from difficulty to difficulty that much. And he's probably the easiest boss, honestly. Which is weird because he's like... We're on like the 18th level or some shit, right?
Subtle commentary or not really planned out gameplay design.
I mean, I think they're pretty much like, we want the mirror image boss to... Oh, also, the sound pretty much universally cuts out on the PC version. Right here. And it gets just a weird silent fight instead.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And you get to him just go... This fight's also a lot easier with Trickster because you can cancel your attack into dodging to the next mirror. Oh, I didn't open it? Dick. It's kind of close enough.
Come on, Whip.
I just barely dodged through that.
Come on, Whip.
What? That was terrible. Here, let's try it again. Wow, I'm really bad. Oh well. The fireball is like a little bit above your head, so it can be kind of hard to do sometimes. With certain weapons in particular. It's worth noting that all the moves he's doing are actually moves that you do. Including, even the big volcano explosion thing is just the volcano attack from Ifrit.
Does he have a taunt? Will he do the taunt animation?
Yeah, he has several taunts. I don't know if you know. When you're in the light, he'll taunt you.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
He was like, come on,
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that either. Huh.
Yeah, he was doing that. He does that pretty much in between every attack. Which just sort of slows it down. Anyways, here's this thing. It's a really weird shrug. Just like I don't think they did the shrug animation right, but that's fine. So that's our final style. Our final unlock in the game, really, is, what is it called? Doppelganger. Which is really neat, and I basically never use it. But it is, like, kind of cool what they let you do with it. I'll show it off real quick, I think. I'm gonna switch away from it immediately. I'll show it off.
I do like that whenever his dark sight got absorbed or whatever, he was just kind of okay.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
That was weird.
Wrap up this crazy party, shall we? Gotta clean
The
up
bird in the
this
sky.
father left behind.
What am I? Oh yeah, I will show Doppelganger off and then switch off it. Immediately, because I'm garbage with it. So Doppelganger, like Quicksilver, you don't have any style actions. But when you, when you lock on and hit the style action button, you go into Devil Trigger and you get a second version of yourself that will copy what you do. To some extent. And, you might notice in the top left corner there are some orbs, and depending on what I do with them, I can either have him copy exactly what I'm doing, I can have him copy me a half second behind, or I can have him copy me like a full second behind. So you can do some really crazy, like, V-combo shenanigans from it with it, if you're really, really good. But I'm not...
That's kind of nuts, though, that they gave you that level of control over.
Mm-hmm. And the
Such
other
a-
thing about it that they don't tell you anywhere, and I literally wish I had known this as a kid. When I found out about it, I was like, fuck. Like, literally a year ago I found this out. If you plug in a second controller, player 2 gets to control that dude.
What?
Oh, neat.
Which is, like, crazy. Like, it's suddenly a 2-player game. How cool is that? Would have been really cool if you told somebody, Capcom. You shits. I could have had my friends play this with me, you fuckers.
Wow. All right.
Frank could have made so many friends.
I could have had friends as a kid instead of just being alone playing. Okay. And there's actually a couple costumes that give you infinite devil trigger. So if you put Doppelganger on there, then you're just infinite co-op mode. It's just co-op mode.
Nice.
Let's see, Shotgun and Bayo Rebellion. Oh yeah.
Stay tuned for the next stream where I go over to Frank's house and we play 2-player Devil May Cry 3.
Okay, I want Bayo. Oh, this is pretty much the loadout I want, isn't it? Yes. So, let's see. So now we're in hell, I guess, or it's like the entrance to hell. I think I guess we're like at the beginning of hell. What's the name of this room? It's called the That's right. It's called the Unsacred Hellgate, which is fantastic. Oh,
it's not
man.
sacred, it's a Hellgate, it's unsacred.
And this is also an area that really looked a lot better originally. On this resolution, with this amount of detail, you can see all the cracks in the background and whatever. But originally, it looked sort of like a confusing mess in like a good way. But now, and you can kind of make out like bits of body parts. Like there's a hand back there. Looks a lot like Mundus, which is intentional, I think. And there's a hand over there. But yeah, now it looks a lot jankier, and you can see that that's like a really stretched out chain texture or something.
Welcome to the,
You can even
the
see
double
like
skybox.
yeah, you can even see like breaks in the texture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
That's
was
pretty good.
It's real good. I guess it was so far away in the original resolution, it was like they'll literally never see it. And there's an eye looking at us from the sky, which I think is maybe Mundus. I don't really know.
It's like, what's up? I hope
He
you don't
is
kill
like
me in a few
Satan,
years.
so he's like, oh hey.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers. That's a. So, we finally get to see why they put chess pieces in the game. Because there's a whole chess.
Hey, did you find my chess pieces?
Well, the king
I
is literally
scratched my
modeled
name
after
at all.
Mundus. So, if you look, the king is Mundus. So the first thing you want to do is kill as many of these pawns as possible before they get to the other side, because if they get to the other side, they will promote.
Oh, that's neat.
Although, if they stay in one place for long enough because they can't move forward because they get blocked by another piece, they'll just promote themselves anyway, like assholes.
No
It's
one's
like
looking.
definitely cheating.
Yeah, come on.
That would be great if there was an Easter egg we could actually flip the chessboard. Like, just stop the game.
And the game actually kind of develops like a real chess game. Like, the queen came out a little early this time, but like the king won't be physically. If I try and hit into these pieces when they're not moving, I'll just bounce off. And the king physically won't be hittable for a while yet. I feel like this one happened faster than usual. Maybe it happened slower on the next difficulty. I don't know.
It's just like that one game, you know, Necrodancer.
So a high priority here is to kill the rooks because they can spawn other chess pieces. Oh man, just gonna hit him with the thing. And the queen's kind of the worst thing in the world. That's her laughing you hear every time. Oh, and if you hit the king while any rooks are still alive, he'll castle with them. And and he's able to castle with each one for a while. Like after he's castled with one rook once, he won't be able to do it for a while. So like on Dante Must Die mode, when these dudes will devil trigger, and it is impossible to kill them faster than they will spawn new enemies from rooks. Like it will literally, if you want to kill all the enemies first on Dante Must Die, it will take an hour. I've tried. It's literally not worth it. What you do is you ricochet off the top of the king's head until he's vulnerable, and then you trigger him on every rook that is available, and then you once he's triggered his castle off every rook that's available, you engage doppelganger mode and hit him for a while. And that's the strat. Any other strat is the worst thing in the world. But if you do, because if you kill the king, everybody else does die. But in any mode that's not Dante Must Die, it's generally easier to kill most of the other dudes first. Although one of the rooks did spawn another rook, which sucks. Oh, she's gonna hit me.
Chess Game seems to think this is really funny.
Yeah, she thinks it's hilarious. Hey, Peace Dress, do you think there's a chess puzzle I could do to figure this one out? I hope he's still watching, because he just went apoplectic with rage. Ooh, I Rising Dragon the King instead. The other thing the King will do is when he's hit, he'll do a gigantic area of effect attack. You just spawned another rook, you son of a bitch! Stop doing that! Are you kidding me? Here, I'm gonna start charging on my Devil Trigger Poison again.
Kisses.
Kisses! I like kisses! A lot of people don't know that about Dante, but he's actually really sensitive and he just wants to kiss and hug people.
I wouldn't really be that surprised if I could see him.
Virgil, do you think that love can blossom? Even on a battlefield? Even on a chess battlefield?
Even on a chessboard.
All the rooks are gone, so now it should be more straightforward. I'm gonna kill the queen now, actually. The other pro strat is to have the queen not lock you into a corner, and then she's kind of easy to parry with Royal Guard, and then you just keep doing that and then using it on the king. That's the only other way to beat the king, I think, with Dante Must Die mode.
Is that very fun?
No, it's pretty much the worst thing in the world. No matter how you do it, it's just the most miserable thing. It's like a puzzle boss, only it's only a puzzle because they didn't fucking design the difficulty well. Like, it's not supposed to be a puzzle. Where's the queen at? Ooh, I love this camera. I bet you guys are really loving this fucking carousel of a camera that I've just adapted.
Ooh, yeah, this camera is just going around.
I mean, I'm making that happen, but like, that's the only way I can try and find things.
Yeah.
I know, by the way. Finally. The queen has a special scream she'll do when you kill her.
Just like me.
You have a special scream? Has anybody ever heard it?
When someone kills me,
I mean, how do you know you have it unless you've been killed by it? But,
I've been killed many times.
oh, wow.
5 times.
Uh-oh. That's gonna hit and kill me. Beautiful. Sorry about that. I really am not playing very well today. Maybe I'll go straight for the king this time. In fact, I will. I'll show you the other way to do it.
Come on, Whip.
Oh, yep, well, we get to hear the solemn music.
Good.
For like several minutes while I beat this. Beat this the easy way. Let's look how stupid this game can be. They've got less rooks this time, actually, so it'll take less time. The pawns decided not to be rooks. The ones that made it through.
Even mind games are real. There are mourning doves out in the window.
That's why.
They're what?
Mourning doves out my window.
Oh, I can't hear them.
Maybe they're crowding around window watching.
Whoa. It's also worth noting that he says Rising Dragon for the move that isn't Rising Dragon, Capcom. Do you expect me to believe that this is some sort of magical move?
Fix it, Capcom, fix it. Also, like, fix that before you fix any of...
Anyway,
game.
sorry for making you suffer through the chest fight twice. It's the worst thing.
Why? Yeah, why exactly? I guess they were just like, no, we need this to last slightly longer.
I mean, it's a cute idea, and the first time you do it, on easier difficulties where you can mash through them better, it's a lot more satisfying. But at this point, when they have more health, it's just kind of a drag. And now we're in the real meat of this level, which is the boss. Just kidding, actually, we're gonna go back and do something real quick.
Oh, Frank, you play with my heart like that.
We are going to go back and do the final secret mission. Which, like a lot of secret missions, is a harder version of something we've already done. Final Ascension. Attain the blue orb fragment. This is literally impossible without Trickster level 2, I think. It's at least impossible without Trickster level 1 equipped, because you need to be able to wall run to get anywhere. This might be the hardest thing in the game, actually, the first time. Like, it's genuinely pretty difficult, I think. But I know what I'm doing now, so I think I can pull it off.
Nice.
Shit. Dicks.
Good.
You guys have like a full 15 seconds after I say shit to be like, oh, I wonder what he's gonna fuck up. Let's see, what's the easy... Oh, that's right, there's only one way up in this.
Good. Yeah, you just kind of pole vaulted over the cube.
Ah, fuck, did I just do that? I just got impatient, I guess. I did it too soon. Damn it! It's coming right when I'm trying to jump on it. It's blocking my jump. I'm just banging my head against it.
You got this, Frank. Maybe.
Go. If I fail too many times, I won't make you guys... No, okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. It's bullshit. It's the worst. We're not doing it. Trying to do this while playing as Virgil is the worst thing. I would guess so, because Virgil doesn't have wall run. He's got like an upwards teleport. Virgil has one style and it's like a better Trickster, but like, I don't know. I don't even want to think about doing it with Virgil. I've never been much of a Virgil guy, but...
Just wake up in a cold sweat. Having nightmares doing this as Virgil.
I'm gonna do Garion first. Or, sorry, Beowulf first. I got their names mixed up. Beowulf, Pistol Sniper, Cerberus, AR, Warrior. Yeah, it makes sense. So, most of the bosses, except Virgil and Lady and Arkham, or Jester, or whatever, are represented here by various portraits. And there's also 4 green health orbs scattered around, which I'm gonna go pick that one up. What the hell? I'm at half. And, oh, this is the board that shows all of them. The next trial will be revealed to the one who unites the light. So... basically the key is you need to make a circle on this board.
Ooh, a circle.
So you can actually only defeat 3 bosses and get through. But if you defeat all of them, you get a blue orb, and I'm going to defeat all of them again using different styles than I did before, because it's fun. Mostly.
Dedication to quality.
Right. Because this is a good stream.
This is a good stream.
That's the thing you laugh at?
I mean, no, you're right.
I'm going to be trying to show cheesy strats for these guys. Although in this case, I actually just am using my preferred strat against Beowulf, which is Royal Guard. Because I think he's easy and fun to Royal Guard against.
I guess it must be easier to see him also against the white background. Reverse background.
Yeah, a few people are much harder to see, but Gigapede is actually really terrible. Because of the white background. Oh, and I can do the Royal Guard sniper thing with this guy too. Oops, except I string it up so
Which strat like a real speedrunner. I say strat. I say strat even though I'm not very good at video games. Doesn't really make any sense.
You're gonna go right into that move, huh? Danger. Also, the bosses in this part are slightly harder than they were originally.
What, do they have like more health and they hit harder?
Yeah,
or-
they have slightly more aggressive. I feel like they act like they're halfway to the next difficulty level, basically. I'm not sure if the stats change, but they definitely get more aggressive. The things that they're more likely to do at higher difficulty levels, they're more likely to do here.
I guess probably like first time around playing on a normal difficulty level, that'd probably kind of be kind of a surprise.
Because you'll have more health and you'll be better anyway, and your shit will be lower, I think is the idea. Oh, nice.
Ooh, East, yeah, play.
Devil May Cry 3 LP is the new esport, I feel. Yeah. I think chat's right.
One thing I didn't show last time I fought him is if you go up to these things and give him a particularly strong hit, you can launch them at him. Yeah.
Oh, huh.
For a decent chunk of damage. Like that. Right in your face.
Eat it, a-hole.
We've got this silent fight now.
That's for dramatic tension.
Oops. I didn't hit his eye, so it didn't do that much damage. And, oh, the thing falling down hit me. That's what it was. A fun thing is that a lot of these dudes have death animations you don't actually get to see, because it cuts right to cutscene. Like his really awkward fall down. Whoa!
Blurg, I dead,
Virgil also has one for all of his fights you'll never get to see unless you fight him in Bloody Palace, where he sort of leans down and goes, ridiculous! Which is really good. There's a health orb there. Let's see, what do I want for Agni and Rudra? Pistol, Sniper, Cerberus, AR. Pretty much what I'm running. I'll just do him. So I'm running the same loadout for these dudes. Because they're super fun to guard against. Oh wait, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get this thing. Aww. I don't know what triggers it, but sometimes they'll both do a simultaneous pierce attack. Not this. They'll both lean back and then do a big pierce attack, and if those attacks hit each other, both their swords will fly out immediately. They do a lot of hitting each other in general, if you play right. Jump. I think it ain't my junk input. I mentioned it to Portex, but I feel like the PC version sometimes eats your inputs. It's not super common, but definitely right there. I'm pretty sure I jumped. Like I hit the A button. I don't know. I wasn't doing anything. It's really obnoxious, and I hate it.
This is the only thing to hate about this port. It's that occasionally you do inputs.
Yeah, it's probably the worst.
Literally the only thing. It's the only thing to hate.
Ooh, nice. That was my fault. I screwed that. Careful, buddy. You almost hit me. Ah, I hit too soon. If you can keep ricocheting off them, that's the other way to get them to drop their swords.
It would be nice to tell people, ask people pushing. Name a Capcom game that doesn't have a boss rush.
The DMC reboot.
I guess Phoenix Wright also doesn't have one.
That would be so great. It's just like you have to fight all the attorneys you already did.
You have to solve all the... I mean, I guess in that sense it's kind of, but
Oh,
I
you
mean...
stunned! No, don't do this to me. So if you stun them, you can do a shit ton of damage if you have the Royal Guard sword out. I probably shouldn't have done that, because now I have to fight the conjoined dude. If you time it just right and kill a guy, kill the guy right as he's running to this spot to do this little cutscene, he'll do this whole cutscene, jump down and attack you, and immediately die. Because he'll already be dead. It's a really goofy thing. I was going to try and do it, but I guess I just got too excited about the fact that dude was vulnerable. What? That hit me through that? That should reflect everything. I think. I'm gonna die for it. I might be able to clumsy here. I mean, I'm, like I said, playing kind of terribly. I'm gonna give each boss 2 tries if I have to, but I won't do any more than that. So my
I
masters.
believe in you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Despite evidence to the contrary.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, that's a... I guess belief doesn't require evidence, you know? That's what they say.
Yeah, have faith.
That's true.
You're my video game Jesus, Frank, as I never told you.
That's a better start.
Bro, video game.
If you get the timing right on the first parry on those jump attacks, you can keep parrying it. Oof.
Got him.
Oh, I should have been ready for that. The one thing I don't like about this fight is their big powered up attacks. 'Cause I feel like the only answer is to just get out of the way of them. But if you don't want to do them, you can hit them before they get a chance to do it and knock them out of power state. So I guess there's still counterplay. You can do something about it. Now I'm playing a little better.
Get him. Kill them.
Oh, I staggered one.
If me and Toast start talking about Kingdom Hearts, well,
What's the name of that town? The old timey town? I still need to look up like video or whatever about it.
the Timeless River.
Timeless River. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna look that up. Maybe there's a long play of it somewhere. I don't know. Do you think anybody's played Kingdom Hearts 2 online and recorded it? No.
I doubt it. What are the odds? I'm not very fond of the series. Yeah, after watching the Kingdom Hearts 2 speedrun on HDQ. So it was just like, it looked really great. I had no idea what I was looking at.
Yeah.
Ooh! Oh, nice!
might
I
have-
carried the other dude. Oh shit! I'm gonna get it. Oh, that's
Get it?
perfect.
Within
Look
a
at
few
the
seconds.
look at the damage.
Get him! Kill him!
So what I did was I did a release
Oh,
on the
nice.
one. I did a release on the one guy while he was vulnerable, while the other dude was swinging his sword, which made the other dude drop his sword because it was such a powerful attack, and then I just unleashed on him.
That's the pro strat right there.
I really-
feel like the Dante just kind of blipped back into his uniform when they died, though.
Yeah. I just think that fight is probably the best fight. It might be my favorite fight in the whole series, honestly, because you can approach that with every single style and have a very different fight, and it feels very alive, like you're really fighting something real. Like, I don't know, they react to you dynamically. I think it's just a really cool fight, and I really like it a lot. I can't think of a fight I prefer in the whole series. Maybe some of the Virgil fights in 1 and in 3, but I don't know. Anyways, so next fight, let's do the Hell Vanguard. Sure. Oh yeah. That's a pretty simple one. Let's do Cerberus instead, actually. It's right here. Pistol
Hell,
shotgun.
Vanguard.
Get him.
Hell, Vanguard. Doing Swordmaster? Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a really stupid cheese that I'm not really gonna do.
Stupid cheese.
But I'll show it. But it's so dumb and long that I'm not really gonna do it. In fact, I'm not even trying to remember how to do it.
Cortex was the purest representation of Mickey Mouse, Kingdom Hearts, or Epic Mickey. I'm thinking maybe the short where him and Donald and Goofy are invited to the mansion full of ghosts. I feel Mickey can talk to the dead, is what I'm saying.
So anyways, I think, if I remember correctly, if you go to the back left corner, he can't hit you. You can stand here all day, and none of his attacks will ever hit you, and you can just sort of pistol him, snipe him. If you're wondering, wait, this attack might hit you. Yeah, I think that's the only attack that can hit you, is that one thing. That's very similar to the apparently intended way to fight a lot of Devil May Cry 2 bosses, so, like, a lot of them are, like, literally find the safest spot in the room and then shoot pistols a bunch, as far as I can tell. But the real cheese for this dude is that Agni and Rudra have a mid-air attack that's very powerful, and he's vulnerable to it because it's a fire attack. So you just go Swordmaster and hover and just sort of wail away at him between Agni and Rudra and another weapon that can let you hover in midair a bit. And he just sort of loses all of his health. Oh, if that's not the move I thought it was.
Answering the question with the wrong answer. That's true. No argument here.
I like what Epic Mickey was before they kind of toned it down. Like, apparently it was going to have a lot more kind of like stuff that could be seen as more critical of Disney, like a little bit more biting satire, as it were.
It was just gonna be Song of the South, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like the whole time.
That's what's think about it.
Well, they were going to have a whole level that was just like a junkyard full of like Disney Disney merchandise that was just in just a junkyard, just like, you know, all of it disposed. But then they cut that out. So
Yeah, there was gonna be like a bunch of rotting like animatronics that looked like Donald and Goofy and stuff, and they were gonna be like, "But we're your friends, Mickey." I'm like, "Oh Jesus, that is fucked up."
5 Nights at Mickey's.
It's really messed up looking, but they took money that out, which is a shame because it's pretty hilarious looking.
Yeah, I mean, I have no horse in the Epic Mickey should have been darker fight. Like, I don't really care, but it's like, you know, after hearing all that, and then what Epic Mickey became in the sequel is like I like that they put in Oswald the Lucky Rabbit as like the villain, as like a nice bit of history. But then you see like the second one, like the Power of Two, and Oswald's just there all smiley. It's just like, oh, okay. Well, I guess it's just another kid's game then.
Well,
Fine, whatever.
They did trade an actual man to get the rights back to Oswald, which is pretty great. Like
Sure.
they had Disney traded like a sportscaster, I can't remember which one, to a different channel in exchange to securing the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Wow.
So they actually gave
Nice.
away a man.
Wow.
Stupid cartoon rabbit back.
Oh yeah, I
Freaking
heard
Game of
about
Thrones,
that.
like they gave up the royal hostage.
What's my strat for that man? Let me grab this, I guess. What's my strat for Gigapede? Pistol Sniper. Oh yeah, it's a pretty normal fight.
Trav says, yeah, DMC2 had a bunch of dumb bosses. I think you don't have to say bosses there. You could have just...
Has a bunch of dumb.
Yep.
There's a bunch of dumb. It's so... I saw like a combo video for it because I looked it up because I was curious. And I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. I was like, maybe I should play it. And I was like, no. No.
Trick.
Let's not do that. Wait, do I have sniper equipped? Yeah. So Gigafeed is still kind of a lame boss. He doesn't have many tricks. There's like one trick that I can show. But he has to be in a certain spot for it.
By the way, I like how Trav, in the comments, I like how Trav's mind kicks around. It says, when we talk about Kingdom Hearts, that Kingdom Hearts 2 run was a banger. It's my 9th top 5 run. And then, how do you feel about bangers as a food?
Talking like how I talk whenever I get tired.
Yep.
You know, we got Gigapede flying through all the white background.
Yep. So when he's right here, you can shoot pistol and, oops. You can shoot pistol and pierce through all of his parts, and I kind of screwed it up a bit, but I did it once. Wow, I'm getting beat up there. There you go. But you can shoot your pistol, your sniper rifle, not your pistol, and it'll pierce through all of him and hit him a bunch of times.
I was about to say, it's a good shot.
I meant sniper. Yeah, it pierces through him if it lines up just right that it hits all of his segments. And it's kind of goofy looking. It doesn't really do that much damage, so it's not much of a trick, but it's something. I have no idea what's happening. There you go. Oh, they're all gonna hit the bridge. I was ready to reflect them. So yeah, look at the damage I just did to him from frames, which is pretty good. I'm really bad at reflecting, huh?
You're fine.
There we go.
Yeah, it's not bad. Got hit so hard you turned into a Shin Megami Tensei.
You ever get punched so hard you turn into a Shin Megami Tensei?
What a strange journey.
Never saw that coming.
They're putting that back out on 3DS. I'm looking forward to that.
I like that Dante was just standing on the little platform just as just scared while the worm is slowly crawling out of the crawling out of the hole. Like, it's not even listening to you, Dante.
Dante, I'm not even sure that's here. Come on. Yeah, you can literally not see the blue orbs. I'm kind of guessing where they are from where I saw them come out of them.
They do really blend in.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's something nobody really considered, I think. Well, that's a pretty good move, piece on him. I never considered that.
Wow. Trav says Devil Kid trigger. I'm the one who's supposed to be doing the deep cuts here, Trav.
Oh god, double
Oh, what a lovely noise. I think a lot of the overlapping noises that are really bad, I think they were bad in the original, but I think they might be worse due to the sound engine, like, change I had to make. Extremely pleasant.
Squirting all the blood all at once.
Now no more blood. Oh no, where'd my blood go?
Every blood.
Oh, I can show off Gunslinger Kylina Ann here. It's really stupid, but I can do it. Right?
Ooh.
Show it.
It's really stupid, so you're
So
going
yeah,
to do it.
I think I said like in the first session we did this. Hold on, give me a sec. Yeah, Rebellion, Navon, Sniper, and yeah, that makes sense. I said that Gunslinger is kind of 3 different styles. So the first style was shotgun and pistols, which is sort of like high mobility and probably my favorite gunslinger. And then the second one was Artemis and anything, and it was just like Artemis is really good. The third one is using Spiral and Kylina Ann together. And I'll show off. Kylina Ann only has a couple moves, but basically you just play long range and shoot at the dudes over there, and it's really, really stupid. Another thing you might may or may not have noticed is that walking up these stairs is really weird. It has a weird animation. And also, I can't, like, do any moves here or jump. And the reason why is because they did something fancy with this area, and it's actually an M.G. Escher painting.
Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, it's got a little...
So in order for that to work, I think they had to disable all advanced movement other than walking. But, it's pretty neat. It means it takes even longer to move around. So this is the Hell... It's the Hell Vanguard fight, but it's really just the entire second stage. So to show you the two moves that Hylian Ann gets from Gunslinger, you get Hysteric, which is this. You put this thing in the ground, and it will, if you do it just right, you'll actually pierce an enemy in front of you, and he'll be pierced on the ground for it. And then you'll let off a bunch of missiles. And the second ability you get is a Grappling Hook, which is pretty long range. It does very little damage. But anybody who's juggleable, it'll hit them close. And it's pretty fun. It's not actually good, but it's fun. And I don't know if I showed it, but the sniper has a bunch of moves you get. You know, these guys are all getting close. I'm a sniper, I need to be long range. So the moves that the sniper has is this move, where you just sort of come on fire. He has a ricochet move, where he shoots it up and it bounces off a bunch of people. And then if you mash while he's doing the aiming move, it'll turn into a super ricochet. And you can cancel between these.
Oh, huh.
In a certain order. In some orders they won't cancel.
Let 'em on fire.
Let Mom fire!
Let Mom fire.
So this isn't the best place to show that cheese off, because it's a little closed in, but there are a few levels you can cheese out doing that. And it's pretty fun, it's pretty stupid. Oh, please don't die here. I would really be upset. It'd be cool if you drop the health or something.
Nah. No
I'm really bad at
handouts.
this game, I need it. He's gonna kill me right there. I knew it! I probably should use the Devil's start. Okay, I'm gonna do that with fight with a fucking style I don't hate.
Here's a hot strat. It's the new metagame.
Should do with my favorite.
It's nice of them to recreate the school bus or whatever it was that slammed into.
Yeah, it's cool that they recreated the entire scene, I guess, here in Hell, and...
These final levels were done on a Friday at 4:30. Yeah, just put a filter over it, it's whatever.
You will save lots of money.
lot of screaming.
There's a lot of screaming.
What do you got to scream about?
I scream, you scream, y'all scream for demons.
Demons. Demons. Knock knock. Who's there? Demons. A lot of things I say come from weird scenes that pop into my head that don't actually exist in anything.
I think
That just
Knock
means
Knock
you're
Who's There
creative.
Demons. I think Knock Knock Who's There Demons though is the actual full title of an anime.
Probably. Demons.
Hold on, no, that I'm just gonna fire pistols while I scratch my nose. It's fine.
That's fine.
Like in real life.
Just, I mean, Dante would do that.
That's how he scratches his nose. You've seen how he takes gunshots. Oops, wrong moves, wrong weapon. Still bad at that.
Ding.
Yeah, they're just, I don't know what time it is, but that church bell's been ringing the whole time. I think it's 27 o'clock.
Somewhere
That's
someone
a
is...
sign that it's demons.
What time is it? Demons.
What time is it, demon? Crazy.
Crazy? Huh. I love the huh, because he's like, yeah, that was a good one, Dante.
He should be like, huh, and then look around to see if anyone saw it. Sweet. Diss. Just like, no one's there, that's fine.
And I'm on service.
The way he says it, I just keep expecting him to follow up with taxi. Crazy taxi.
Cerberus? No, that won't do. That won't do at all. This will, though. So Leviathan, I kind of already showed you the cheese strat for Leviathan, so I'm gonna do a different cheese strat if I can do it. So something I usually do the other one. But basically, you're kind of led to believe, or at least one would naturally assume, that the part of Leviathan's like main part that you have to hit is the big green orb.
Right.
You can actually like hit up here totally safely, even when he's doing his attacks. And you can actually just hover up here and just sort of peck away. And whenever he's doing an attack, he's actually vulnerable, so you can do that whenever he's attacking.
So Hell recreated the inside of something?
What?
Inside of, so like, in your crazy Hell dimension, if you created the inside of Leviathan just so you could beat up on its heart?
Yeah.
Whatever the other.
Meat on its sweetmeats.
Beat on sweetmeats.
I mean, are you gonna talk to the demon of architecture or whatever, whoever the fuck made this? And be like, hey, dude, did your signs bad? He's like, I'm the fucking demon of architecture. Of course.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, yeah, Demon of Architecture, you designed this weird. Why'd you put a heart in a room, vein on the inside of a Leviathan? And he's gonna be like, hello,
What even
demon.
is this thing? This vehicle? It says school bus on it? Like, I don't even know what that means.
Hello, demons. Demons? Like, yes, demons. Please explain your room.
Anyway, something I haven't had a chance to sort of usefulness off of is you can hover infinitely with Yvonne and pistols if you do it right, and it's not that hard.
Nice.
You could probably go.
Oh, there you go.
Whee!
Jiggling polygons. I do like in a Vortex is mine. Demons are just Pokemon that just say hello, demons, all the time.
Hello, demons. Yeah, that's where, yeah, in my mind, what happens is you sit there and you hear something at the door. You go, knock, knock. Well, who's there? Demons. And you open the door.
Open
and
up
there's
the
a bunch
door.
of-
It's demons.
Yeah, and you open the door and there's just a bunch of demons standing there. It's like, hello, demons. And you just close the door again. So it's
Then
like,
you're
fuck
done.
that,
Like, I don't
there's-
see why these people
yeah,
are
yeah, there's
fucking
demons out there. I don't know what I was expecting. Demons? No, do not come in, demons. Demons.
Oh, those demons. Always knocking on the door. They're very polite demons.
Probably demons.
So now we go up here in this little loop that is all by itself to fight Doppelganger. And there's not too much. I mean, he's a puzzle boss. There's not too much. Other than that, having Cerberus makes this fight a lot easier for stealth reasons. Did it just fucking crash?
Oh no.
Oh no!
Did it just fucking crash? It's literally never crashed on me. That's
That's
brutal.
never happened before.
Have you been saving?
Wow. I mean, you can't save mid-level.
Oh no.
It's not good.
Wow. Okay. Do I want to bother fighting the chessboard again in order to show you guys the last 3 boss cheese strats? Probably not. Probably not.
At least this is a good demonstration of what the fuck is wrong with this port.
Jesus, it's such a bad port. So what you missed is that with Doppelganger you can reflect the projectiles, and if you do it 3 times he gets hurt. You can Ganondorf him to death pretty well.
Ooh.
And Navon is really easy to beat with Trickster, because you can dodge through everything. And that's
The
pretty
thin
much all
man
you
that
missed.
enters the room and
Yeah. I feel like that's all you missed. So yeah, we'll just show you the cutscene that would have happened when I walked through that portal. I guess.
I think we'll need to. I'll keep it up, but I think we may need to.
Oh, you guys need to
rewatch.
reconnect, don't you? Yeah, sorry, you need to rewatch on Steam. So yeah, I think you'll need to close it and reopen.
yeah,
guys
I'll
will.
get back my Frankometer.
For the stream, for the people at home, they're watching on via Steam streaming, so they have to reconnect. Jesus, this fucking port.
It's a fucking great port. It's a great port.
It's a good
great-
it's a good port.
It's a great port. Alright, let's see here.
The organized demon labor movement is in bad shape, Teenage Dream. The demon crats do need to focus on that.
Demons.
Knock, knock. Open the door. Game crash.
Game crash.
Game
Game on game
crash.
crash.
Game crash,
Game
and then
on.
you shut the door, which is the game. You shut the game.
You shut the door and that's
And the game. Yeah.
So you guys make sure to you literally need to click on store, and then you'll see that the stream is in the lower right corner, and you'll hit.
Yeah.
X.
No, I already
Okay.
closed it. I'm.
yeah.
Let me see where we were.
I just wanted to, with the way things have gone, I just wanted to give Steam a
Yeah,
second to catch
that's
up
fair.
before I tried it again. So I'm trying it now.
Trav does point out, as long as this doesn't install a rootkit, it's better than some of Capcom's ports. Looking at you, Street Fighter V.
Oh shit! Did that install rootkit?
Yeah, it wasn't even at first. It was like an update. They're like, here's an update.
Oh, nice up.
Yeah.
It's like patch notes. Fuck you.
With the checkered with the checkered release and updates of Street Fighter V, that's something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't even know the whole story offhand. I've just heard it on podcasts and stuff. But Street Fighter V came out as shit and was shit for a long time, and still isn't really all that great now. Like, it came out with a bunch of characters missing, no story mode.
Mm-hmm.
I think online play wasn't that good either. Like, it didn't go that well, and there was
yeah,
a
there
bunch
were
of
problems with it. I
shit
don't even
that
remember.
wasn't-
the specifics.
and you could unlock I guess cosmetic stuff or some stuff, but you could like the store was there, but you couldn't actually buy and unlock it for a long time. So yeah, it was just a clusterfuck, and it had a rootkit. So good job.
Nice.
Anyways,
So yeah, I believe this is the opening cinematic, right? Yeah, it is. So imagine that I beat the last 3 dudes, and then like a red orb fell down from the sky that used to be a blue orb, and the whole thing was lit up, and it was really cool. And then I walked through that little portal, and then this played. I think you didn't miss too much, thankfully.
You were really good at that fight, Frank.
I know, right? Did you see me fucking destroy? It's too bad the stream didn't see it.
it
I'll
was
never see how
almost as
good I
good as when you beat Red Lake.
Mm-hmm. A real thing that I definitely did. Anyways, so now he's got Force Edge, and he's like, cool, I'm gonna swing a sword around, because everybody else gets to do that. Why don't I get to?
I wanted to be an anime the whole time.
And then he turns into what I think might actually be the model of Sparta's Devil Trigger from the first game. By which I mean, like, I'm not sure it was updated. It was a pretty good model then, though, in fairness.
They should have done this, but with Jester's face on it. Now I'm powerful.
Well, he's got his GeoCities flaming gift powers and stuff and everything.
Is this the wrong mission?
Q Master of Puppets,
Yes,
MIDI.
shoot. I thought so, but I did it anyway.
Twisted mind.
I think this is a nice little scene.
Hey, lady.
It's lady. I like the very, very quiet, sort of ominous sting that happens when Virgil walks across the screen. I like it, because, like, your first time through, you have actually forgotten about Virgil at this point. And then they're like, hey, here's Virgil. Like, did you forget?
By the way, Virgil's in this game. Oh, is he?
Topple the great beast with Fate's bullet. That's awesome.
Right?
Shit, yeah, I want to topple the great beast with Fate's bullet.
Always been about toppling great beats with face bullet. Ask anybody.
Add that on my resume.
So now I think we're in hell proper. Like, I think that boss fight was sort of the gate, and now we're like really in hell. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what point we enter real hell from like the middle hell.
This frog leaps into hell. Whee!
Teenage Dream. That was a good demon date. Pretty sure that was in the IGN review.
One fun thing about these guys is that they have to fall on the ground, sit there for a second, and then dissolve. So, like, a lot of times I'll kind of keep whacking away at them because I don't know they're dead.
Stop beating a dead demon.
Ooh, that was bad. By the time to do this. This is what I was talking about earlier. Whoa, there's some slowdown. Oh, that other guy got tired of it.
particle effects off the rocket launcher are so good.
They're really good. Whoa! This is... Oh, it's because I'm looking at it through the portal object. That's interesting. They looked fine at the time. We weren't really used to good effects, so...
Yeah, on a CRT, this wouldn't look so bad.
Also, a fun note that I didn't notice for a while. These portals look like Dante's Amulet. They look like half of Dante's Amulet.
Oh, that's cute.
So I think it's like the amulet getting big and making a portal for him to navigate through, because I think the idea. So this room has a gimmick, which is that you can't hurt these guys.
Ooh, that's a fun gimmick.
Does this say something? Yes, substance projects image, and image punishes substance. Which obviously means hit the mirrors that are lit up.
Obviously.
I didn't get enough. So, hitting these mirrors technically hits them, but it actually hurts the mirror. Also, another key is that the demons are reflected in the mirror, but you aren't. So when you break one of the mirrors, everybody in the room dies. Well, everybody you, obviously. The problem is you can't lock onto the mirrors, so most of your moves are inaccessible. Because if you lock on, you'll hit one of the enemies in the room instead. You can Devil Trigger Explosion it if you want to, but I'm not going to.
It's like that old, like, this, like 3D Zelda thing where it's like, no, I don't want to kill the little mindless guy behind you. I want to kill the giant thing that's planting an axe in my cerebral cortex right now.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the mirrors do keep health, so basically, either you get to mirror immediately and start beating it up and you do just enough damage, or you just have to beat it up for a while and then wait till it gets selected again. And thankfully, they don't make you cycle through every mirror. Like, that would be pretty brutal. Although I guess it would get easier over time. Stop the vicious circle by bending time and space. Looks like something can be inserted here, but not yet. This room's gimmick...
Looking key.
This room's gimmick is that if you take long enough, the timer, the sand dial there runs out, and you have to restart. The whole room rewinds. There's a little rewind animation, and you have to restart the room from scratch. Which is, again, like a lot of weird gimmicks, really, really brutal on the hardest difficulty, where people Devil Trigger and have 6 times as much health. If you don't manage their Devil Trigger perfectly, it's kind of awful and I hate it. It takes a while. And even on this difficulty, if the dudes decide to be teleport a lot, they're invincible while teleporting, so, like, if they decide to teleport a lot, you're just screwed.
Oh god, the stream lagged for just one moment, and I was like, oh god, did it freeze again? This will be so great if it does that in the final launch.
Oh my god, I'll be so mad if it does.
It's like we're staying here all night until
Yeah, I'd have to duck out to go to bed for work. I'll wake up to go to work in the morning. You guys will still be here. Like, okay.
So this is probably the first thing that isn't actually a powerful artifact. It's just a sculpture symbolizing this space, the time-space continuum. It's used to restore order, but like it's not, like it's actually a key, I guess. It's a key in the shape of a statue because whatever, but. So anyways, we enter there and we end up back here. Although we can't fight the bosses again; they're all gone. And then if we go through the portal again, we end up here. And if you weren't paying attention, and again, this is sort of an environmental puzzle. If you weren't paying attention, the statue doesn't look that significant. If you just keep going through there, you keep getting warped through. And I think the time room has enemies, but I'm not sure. But you just need to put it in here. Oh, and also there's an item on one of these the first time you're in the room. It's kind of a neat little texture up here. There's like I don't know exactly what's going on up there. There's like souls, or it looks just like a church stuff up there, but it's neat that there's textures and
Where they
something.
keep their church stuff.
I don't know, like frescoes and whatever. But it's neat that they put little bits of texture where basically no one's looking.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I want to use for this fight? Not that it really matters. Sniper and AR Bayo, Swordmaster, that makes sense to me.
Bastion platforms coming in out of nowhere.
Yeah, Bastion takes place in the underworld, actually. I don't know if you know. So anyways, so you know how it was really cool how he was like Sparta and we're gonna go fight Sparta and whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Not so much.
Breaking my heart video game.
You mean the legendary Dark Knight Sparta?
Legendary Dark Knight Sparta.
It's like staring into a backed-up toilet. Why do you always stick your nose in other families' business? Come on, dude. Don't you have any hobbies?
Dante's got sass now.
Sass trigger. It is pretty funny when you think about it.
They're laughing, laughing.
It's morphin' time?
It's Mighty Morphin Blob time. I hope you like giant amorphous blobs.
I do.
Well, good, because that's what this is. It's the worst fucking
My father
fight.
wasn't so hideous.
Wow.
Shoot.
I even like it better when than the worst fucking fight.
It's actually like the worst thing in the
Anyway,
world.
that
What
shade
the-
suits you better. Let's begin the main event.
So, this fight has some ideas in it that I think are really cool that they couldn't execute on. Also, I'll add right now, something you won't notice, but in the original version, when he enters certain attack patterns, he changes color, so you know what attack he's doing. In the PC version, that doesn't happen. Like, when he just did that really strong claw attack and launched a projectile, he would change a different color first. In this version, I have to watch his animation incredibly closely. And then he enters this phase where he shoots a bunch of eels at you, and the eels make terrible noises. And like, I almost can't even hear you guys over the sound of these fucking eels.
Kind of look like slugs, actually.
Yeah, they're slugs, I guess. If you don't use Kylina Ann, I actually don't know a good way to take care of those things.
Dante in too many eels.
We're in eel trouble.
Oh god. I'm probably gonna use healing items on this one just so I don't have to redo it. Because I'm probably gonna get frustrated with it. So yeah, those are basically his two forms. One of them, he'll swipe at you for a while, and then he'll do more dangerous swipes and shoot projectiles at you, and you really don't want to be near him when he does the dangerous swipes. And then he'll do this phase, where these dudes scream at you for a while, and it doesn't look like I'm doing much. And to a certain extent I'm not, but I'm actually being kind of careful about when I shoot. Because if I screw up and one of these dudes hit me, a lot of them will hit me. So, naturally.
Well, I gotta say, they made a good choice with for the big dramatic ending, having you fight the Blue Meanie's nutsack.
Oh, fuck, those projectiles are such a pain to dodge. I don't even know how to do it correctly. I don't follow the alone. Like, this is the only actual level that I haven't at least A rank on Dante Must Die, because I just don't want to fucking bother. I can't be asked. This fight is so awful when he has even more health. And we haven't even gotten to the gimmick of the fight yet.
Ooh.
Just wait a minute. I should
Yeah,
get to it on this one.
RIP headphones users warning, by the way. A little
Yeah.
late. Everybody in the chat is like, ah!
Yeah, this is not a friendly stream at all, but it's definitely not a headphone friendly stream. So here's the part that should be the coolest thing ever.
Ooh.
Should be, you say.
It should be.
I've come to retrieve my power. You can't handle it.
Look at you, making a big dramatic entrance and stealing my spotlight.
Wow. You don't possibly believe that he deserves to be our main event now, do you?
I do love that he hits the
Now
arm
that
back.
you mention it,
Here you go.
you're right.
You should come to realize you cannot control the power of Sparta.
You're wasting your time, buddy. I think he needs to learn the hard way.
So now, we control Virgil and Dante. It's kind of like Doppelganger style, only it's really bad. This should be so cool, but it's not at all cool. So he just follows what you do with his own combos. Like he does it, like if you hit attack, he'll do attack. If you do the attack combo, he'll do the attack combo. If you hit circle, he'll warp to you. If you hit like forward and attack, he'll do his like dash attack. And it should be noted that before the special edition, this was the only way you could play as Virgil.
By indirectly.
Yeah.
And being tails. Falling around.
Well, two things. One, your devil trigger is disabled once Virgil shows up, and your style button is disabled. Ooh. And for just a second there, you saw what happens. Well, he's summoning these guys early? That's interesting. Anyway, I guess because I've been dodging so much. He's summoning one of them. So, every once in a while, he'll do a grab attack that is almost impossible to dodge. And it'll usually grab one of the brothers. If it grabs Virgil, then Virgil's just trapped until you hit him. But if it grabs Dante, you get to play as Virgil until you hit the block. Okay, I don't think anybody can hear me while the wheels exist. So, I'll wait a second. Okay, so if he does the grab attack and hits Dante, then you'll be able to play as Virgil until you hit the guy once, at which point you'll go back to playing as Dante. So you basically, since you're usually mid-attack anyway with Virgil, like, you usually get to play as Virgil for about half a second. And Virgil doesn't have a full moveset either, but that's understandable since this fight was made before he was a playable character. And here comes Yield Time again, and nobody can hear me. It's really good. This is a good fight.
Stop.
Oh god, it's running. Okay. So yeah, it should be a really cool fight, but it's not. And you pretty much just have to micromanage Virgil to get him next to you while you're attacking, or you do less damage since you don't have Devil Trigger or Style Attack. Hold on. Just to be safe, I'm gonna use a healing item. I don't want to do this again.
So if you put in a second controller, can they control?
Yes, actually that is true. If you use a second, I've never tested it, but supposedly If you use a second controller, you can, a second player gets to play as Virgil. Jesus fucking Christ.
Did they not listen?
How did nobody know? One thing I am doing is, when I shoot with Kylina Ann, I'm hitting forward, and that makes Virgil do his big slicey attack, and that usually takes out a couple extra. It's not much, but it helps make it so that there's none here when I actually want to attack the dude. That's good. Okay, I'm just gonna brute force this, since I already used a healing item, whatever. Oh, I'm grabbed. I see I'm Virgil. And now I'm not Virgil. Here. That actually took a lot of health off. I'm gonna use another healing item because I dilly-dallied to show Virgil.
Me, Virgil. Not me, Virgil.
I got it. When he gets low on health, he just keeps doing this attack. I'm really just trying to brute force through this attack. Okay. I'm literally just trying to brute force this boss now. I don't even care. Because he just keeps doing this attack, and it's not safe to hit him when he's doing it. But he'll go like a whole cycle just doing that attack. And I don't want to wait that long. So just know, without healing items and playing stupidly risky, there would be like 2 more cycles of this.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm not regretting it at all.
Yeah, I have
Just like 30 more seconds of these heals, and you'll never have to hear this sound again.
No, it's my ringtone.
Jesus, this would be such a good alarm, actually.
God. I don't know, because if this were my alarm clock, I'd just throw my phone in this. What? Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna finish it. Oh, one last grab. I got to be Virgil for 0.1 seconds.
Just once.
But then this cutscene's actually super cool. It almost makes up for it.
So anime!
It's extremely anime. Dante grabs the katana, he's like, well, time to be anime with a reverse hand grip. Virgil has an anime field, I'm telling you. Everything gets more anime around him.
It's his power.
If you look closely, Jester's face is coming out of the blob.
Oh. That's a nice visual.
Oh, yeah.
And here's a callback, or a call forward.
Remember what we used to say? Jackpot.
Not very classy for someone's dying words.
Oh, wait a minute, we want those things! Shit!
Oh, wait. Shit.
Yeah, I love this. Oh, wait a minute. Like, they're both like, yeah, we did it. Oh, right.
They snapped out of their anime trance. You're like, oh, shit.
That's the drawback of having the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the whole, like, oh, my rival, but now we work together. That's super anime. Just
very
that on
annoying.
its own.
I'm telling you, Virgil has an anime field. The absolute anime field. We do get to have this nice little bit.
Oh, does she get a chance to? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna watch.
Why? How could I? I shall become a god. No one here can stop me.
What a surprise. Here I was looking for you, and lo and behold, you come to me.
Mary.
Don't ever call me that again. My mother was the only one who could say my name.
Wait. Please. Do you really want to shoot me? Can you shoot me? Your own father? What have I done wrong? Even heroic Sparta sacrificed a woman so that he could become a legend. I wish to be a god! And I sacrificed one miserable human being for that reason.
Yeah, what did he
That
do
is
wrong?
all. Was that really so awful? I have some unfinished business to take care of. Help me, Mary.
Mary died a long time ago. My name is Lady. Goodbye, Father.
No!
There, I thought I wasn't gonna cry.
So I didn't want to say it during the cutscene, but my teenage dream ended. Said in the chat, "My name is Lady." I actually typed out. I was laughing the whole time.
And now, in celebration, I'm going to do a pussy poppin' handstand.
And here I thought I wasn't gonna pussy pop in handstand.
You're talking trash. Now to get a garbage bag.
So now we have to cast off our pride and embrace our fate, which is a line from the song, the battle song. Because I don't know.
Oh.
They were like, oh man, you're really good at writing. Really smart poetic moves.
Screaming souls.
It's worth noting that I'm pretty sure this game. Well, let's let this cutscene play out. But I think this game only has English voice acting, even in Japan.
No way.
That
You
makes
got
sense. Beautiful Joe's the same way.
Well, I want yours too. What are you gonna do with all that power, huh? No matter how hard you try, you're never gonna be like Father. We're wasting time! We are the sons of Sparta. Within each of us flows his blood. But more importantly, his soul!
is saying it wants to stop you.
The line delivery.
Unfortunately, our souls are at odds, brother. I need more power.
And we're supposed to be twins.
Twins. Right.
So now we're fighting him, but he's got Yamato and Force Edge.
That's not good.
And a lot of teleporting.
Right, twins. You would say.
What
that.
if-
It's like it's literally how we were born. Like it's not like.
Sure, asshole.
I mean, like we were in the same womb, born at the same time. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Jeez. Sure.
You don't know how technically humans get born. I mean, they're born of a average human mother, but still, like, I feel that.
Oh, so here's a trick I wanted to show before, but I didn't remember to. But if you start charging a Beowulf attack, he'll do his parry. And, but if you keep holding it, he'll finish the parry, and then you can let go of the attack. It works better on the second fight. On the second fight, you can take away, like, huge chunks of his health doing it. On this fight, he'll stop. He'll stop parrying after a while and get wise. But there's actually a lot of, I feel like Trickster's the right way to fight this dude. I think they kind of expect you to pick Trickster. There's not a lot you can do with the other styles. There are some fancy tricks you can do. But generally speaking, Gunslinger's worthless. Railguard's really hard but doable. Swordmaster doesn't do much unless you do like a fancy advanced thing. But this generally follows a lot like the second fight, in that he'll sometimes go demon mode and you have to knock him out of it, or wait it out. But if you wait it out, it takes a long time, and he'll heal too.
Can I just point out that Virgil looks especially stupid as an SMT? Like he looks like he's wearing a dumb hat.
If you look, his like Yamato sword is actually in a sheath that's like attached to his arm in Devil Trigger, and it's rad as hell. So I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
Okay. Oh, I mean the rest of his body may look cool, but his head is dumb.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. It's because they're trying to make it like a demon version of his spiky anime hair.
Yeah.
Boy, stop fighting! You think that happened a lot when, like, growing up, like, as kids? Like, would they, like, start horsing around and fighting and just become tiny demons and start bouncing
I mean,
around?
I
That
didn't,
sounds
but now
adorable.
I do.
That sounds adorable, so I think it's canon.
It's definitely canon.
Another fun thing you can do is that gunshots won't make... When he's staggered and ready to... When he staggers back, he will automatically parry any melee you throw at him. But you can keep shooting him with guns. Like, this, you can just sort of shotgun blast him in the face repeatedly. But once you get him low enough, he goes into Super Demon mode, which is him using the Force Edge to access Sparta's power. And you can't really knock him out of it. You just kind of have to dodge everything for a while. In Dante Must Die mode, he gets the ability to summon swords around him, like he does in the first game, and that makes this part so fucking brutal. It kind of changes the whole fight that he can have those up, because nothing is safe anymore. But in this mode, I can deal with him. This is another super move he has.
Oh shit, I haven't posted in chat in a while. I actually am a mod. I could have made it earlier. Oh well.
No,
You have to wait
we
again for other
tolerate
funny
it.
people.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're doing it again. Oh shit. Oh, this is a random one. This one doesn't... Sometimes they chase you and it's easy to dodge. Sometimes it's random and you have to pay attention.
Virgil's all, I'm gonna anime the shit out of you.
Anime powers activate.
Oh, I got that ricochet. Nice. Oh, nice. Thought I knew how to do that. He does heal while he's in demon mode, so the back half of the fight where he keeps going into super mode and healing is a lot longer. Damn.
What is he saying when he's doing his like crazy fall from the sky move?
Yeah.
That one, I think he's saying, get off and blast.
Sure.
He has a bunch of things he's saying that are kind of hard to hear through his demon synthesizer. But like, when he does his big attacks, he'll be like, scum. Which is great. Or now I'm motivated, which became sort of a meme quote eventually. Once we had memes.
Damn it, that's what this line is good for. Meme technology was light years ahead of
The true power of Sparta.
Again, since he's an anime, he has to say things like that.
Oh, it's be gone and blast. And then I think
okay.
cut off? I don't know what the third line is. I've done this falling down attack so many times that it's actually pretty easy to taunt now. Because I'm just used to the tempo of it and it never really changes, even across difficulties. Finish him with the pistols.
That's right, swag kill.
Being defeated?
What's wrong? Is that all you got? Come on, get up. You can do better than that.
The portal to the human world is closing, Dante. Because the amulets have been separated.
Let's finish this, Virgil. I have to stop you. Even if that means killing you.
Extremely anime.
Are they
But
gonna
I
do
still
the
like that shot.
samurai slash?
Yes, of course they are.
No one can have this, Dante. It's mine. It belongs to a son of Sparta. Leave me and go, if you don't want to be trapped in the demon world. I'm staying. This place was our father's home.
And everything turned out alright.
And that's where babies come from.
What an idea.
Down one brother, up a sword. Not bad.
You're still here.
I need that back.
No late charges, I hope.
I'll I'll think about it.
We should be fine for now. But I'm sure they'll be back soon. Very soon.
For once, the main menu music is supposed to be playing.
Are you crying?
It's a plot twist.
It's only the rain.
The rain already stopped.
Devils never cry.
I see.
And that's where you got the name for a shop, because it's Devils
Maybe
Never
somewhere
Cry.
out there, even a devil may cry when
It
he
was
loses
Devil
a
May
loved
Cry
one.
first.
Oh, you're right.
Don't you think?
This is where it gets the name for shop. I got it mixed up. You're correct.
Maybe.
By the way,
Surprise! It's Devil May Cry. There's gonna be demons getting killed.
we're gonna be busy for a while.
This is how Dante handles grief. Also how Lady handles
Bring
grief.
it on. I love it.
Like, explicitly.
This is what I live for.
I love this line delivery too. It's great.
I'm absolutely crazy about it.
This is Devil May Cry. This is Devil May Cry. This is the credit sequence. You're still gonna fight the demons.
Why wouldn't you?
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Now, if you look, there's a number in the top right corner. If I can get that to 100, we get a special scene.
Ooh.
If not, I will just watch it from the demo, from the demo mode.
Oh, okay.
And it's playing the fucking theme song.
I actually don't have a great loadout for doing it, so. You want to kill out the small guys when she takes out her missile, so that she'll aim at the higher health dudes. That is really the only trick to this area. Because her missile will kill everybody basically.
Oh yeah, you can.
Oops, I think I juggled him over the thing.
But in Devil May Cry 1, they don't say what happened to Lady.
She does not show up in 1. She shows up in 4.
So like, oh okay.
It's kind of implied that she just keeps hunting her own demons. And then in 4 it's made explicit that she's also a devil hunter.
Kurosawa and Fuget Hero. What does that mean?
Sound effect designers, Momora!
Momora.
Devils Never Cry. Oh, Sean McPherson. Good job, Sean McPherson. Bingo Morihashi. Stunts, I guess, for the mocap.
Yeah, they're everything with mocap. Well, I don't know if the moves themselves are mocap. I'm pretty sure they were. They look like it.
I think kind of after all that, they're just like, oh, but there's demons right here too, so we better kick their asses.
Yeah.
We're not completely done with this at the moment.
Ben the Stud Judd. David Zip That Christmas.
And it makes sense too. Like a lot of games, it's like, oh, well, we won. It's over. It's like, no, there were demons all over the fucking place. What do you mean you won?
In fact, there's demons right in my front lawn, right now.
Are you gonna make it?
I've got a little bit longer than it looks like, but I'm not sure I am. I've got a, like I said, I do not have a great loadout for it. You kind of want Kylina AM, and it doesn't get easier on the harder difficulties. It gets harder. Like they still have more health, so
I see.
it's actually pretty hard to do on very hard, and basically impossible to do on Dante must die. And the last dude is the Hell Vanguard, so I feel like I'm not gonna pull it off. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Shit.
Oh no. You got really close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have enough time to kill the dude. Oh, well, I'll show it later. It shows up at the very end of it anyway, so you won't
What
really miss
happened
anything.
next? Nothing, really. We took care of all the remaining devils, and that was it. I still have a job to do that's far from done, which is to eliminate every last demon. I need to ensure that monsters like my father never come about again. And he promised to help me hunt down the demons, even though he's part one himself. But now I realize that there are humans as evil as any devil, as well as kind and compassionate demons in this universe. At least I've found one so-called devil who is able to shed tears for those he cares about. That's enough for me to believe in him.
Now I can start my business.
Oh, speaking of a kind devil, he finally decided on a name for his shop. It took him quite a while to pick one. Wanna know the name? Devil May Cry.
What a sweet tale. I'll hit next, and we'll see my final results, which are whatever. And yeah.
Also, shoutouts to clicking your feet onto a desk and having a rotary receiver phone for a phone with no wire on it, like in your hands.
So if I'd managed to kill the last dude, which I was not particularly close to, like I said, it's a whole boss health bar. I would have gotten this.
It'll be fun to fight with the Prince of Darkness. If my father did it, I should be able to do it too.
It's Mundus!
Oh no!
So yeah, it's not much of a scene, but it is a little something. Ties it into the first game.
I see.
That's kind of cute.
And that is the game. So there's bonus features I can show you, like, here, let's go to the gallery for a bit. There's a lot of really neat concept art. Including, like, God, look at this fucking concept Virgil. I love it. What is going on here with the scarf?
Can't wait for this to pop up.
Yeah, you guys are a little
Ooh,
behind.
he gets an anime scarf.
Like, what? And he's, like, in a suit? He looks so bulky. I don't know what's up with that.
Kind of looks like one of the Exorcists from The Exorcist. With a sword.
Jester looking creepier than he does in game. Oh yeah, this shows how they become the statues. I think that's kind of cool. The Enigma, I mean. I don't know if there's anything. The concept art is pretty cool, I think. I don't know, I won't cycle through all of it.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Oh, here's the Persona guy's illustration of what the devil triggers should look like.
They should be cool like this. We'll get on that.
I guess he was originally gonna have some sort of like mecha shit on the back. Virgil was like, look at that fucking coat.
Yeah, he likes that kind of shit. Yeah. Oh, his head does still look stupid in the concept art, though.
Yep, a little bit. Let's see. A lot of these, I don't know which one of these are interesting. The motion capture video is kind of interesting.
Ooh,
And that you get to see them.
Guy flip through the sky.
Well, that's the dude who basically came up with what Dante actually. So.
Yeah.
Ooh. Duff. should be as good as me.
And like them doing it in like a soundstage just makes it look that much more ridiculous.
This is how people. He's doing the fact that he doesn't need to do the facial expression, but he's doing it anyway. It's pretty good.
I like that he's doing the pizza. He did the pizza motion and the motion capture there.
I wish they threw an actual pizza at him.
I like how they're cutting these things together to make it look like he's really holding her too. Like nice camera work. Nice editing, whoever put this thing together.
It's very possible they were laughing their ass off as they were editing this together. Like, I understand doing, like, it's easier to do mocap if they're just kind of walking around and doing, like, just acting and stuff, but, like, once it gets to the part where they're, like, standing upside down and, like, sideways flying through the air and stuff.
Oh my god, I fucking love your about to see Jester's face and it's so good. God, I really want Jester to just have that guy's face.
Yeah.
Like, I want that.
Oh, that guy.
He sells it.
These guys are really getting into it. It's really, I really like
Yeah.
it.
No, I think they like really liked working on it, and I also think that like they had so much supervision. I think they had no supervision, and I think they got to. I think it was really. I remember read an interview with the Dante actor, and like, if I remember correctly, he basically said like it was really fucking hard to do right, and like it was one of the hardest shoots because like they gave us all sorts of ridiculous direction, but it was also super fun, and we got to do what we wanted. Like,
Yeah.
oh yes, they are all Sentai actors. Dante's actor was in like 6 Sentai shows before he did this.
Oh, that
That's where
totally
that's-
makes sense.
Yeah, right? I'm assuming everyone else was too. But yeah, for anyone who wasn't here for the first stream, that's someone Langdon, I don't remember, but what he says is, he got so much direction from so many different people, and it was all contradictory, that he didn't understand any of it, and he just did his own thing. So a lot of the dialogue and the way Dante acts and everything is apparently just ad-libbed by him.
It works well.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was perfect for it, honestly. I think he gets it.
Oh, the little wiggle on the guns when he's pulling the triggers. Adorable. Yeah, I didn't even think of that until you brought it up, or someone in the chat brought it up, but yeah, like Sentai, I mean, they just do all this shit all day with like a helmet on anyway, so like, them doing motion capture totally makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
So these are the images you get for beating the game, including a Katamari Damacy reference. These were different in the special edition, so that was not in the original, but I guess Katamari had just come out and it was really popular. But yeah, a lot of them focus on the trophies you get for winning. So like this is just like, I guess.
Oh god, the little Jester is really creeping me out in that Katamari.
Oh, and these are a bunch I don't have. I think these are Virgil's clear screens that I don't have. I don't remember if this is any fun. This is a video storyboard, so it's different. It's like a proof of concept. Oh yeah, actually, I think this is really great.
Oh, is this gonna be one of those deals where it's like the shitty 3D, like everyone's sliding around?
Yes!
It's an animated
Whoa.
storyboard.
Why
Good.
did it just minimize itself?
Good.
I don't know. Shit, hold on, that's actually gonna break it. Sorry. Let's just play it again. If you alt-tab during any sort of video or cutscene, it stays black and you have to skip it, even if you alt-tab back. Thanks,
Oh.
BC. Anyways, yeah, it's fun to see them.
This is good.
It's very good. It's extremely good. And it's also a different gag than was in the finished game here with the blade in his arm.
Oh, explosion. Oh, that's a nice pit you got there, dude.
It's like if the Sega CD had a Devil May Cry game
Yeah.
and they put an F&B. This is what it would look
Yeah,
like.
I'm actually, you can't see it, but I'm hitting button presses to make this continue.
Ding 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 dong.
Also, the original lady fight scene was lame as hell, just to point that out, like, not cool.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, MTD, did you never
Oh, the
watch
muzzle
these?
flare! Oh, the bullets!
The bullets are just like
Oh my
circles.
god!
It's
Oh, they're
Really good.
little
That's really
Cheetos!
good.
I hate these Cheetos.
Really? Yeah.
He hates these cheese balls.
At DeVry, you can learn CGI.
Whoever thought we would be making these games?
That's really good.
Is this them tightening up the graphics on level 3?
I'm pretty
Totally.
sure. You just tighten up the graphics a little bit in terms of the Devil May Cry.
This should have a full sail watermark.
Like, where was... It's just like, it's just a warehouse? Like, where did they film this?
I don't know. Like, I don't know who these people even are. Like, if they're
The mirror
professionals
image.
or if this is like... This could be the director of the game, like, just blocking it out himself. Like, I'm not
That'd
sure.
be so great.
I think it might be. Like,
Maybe they just found this VHS in like the building, and they're like, we should make a game about this.
Hey guys, my final project for my special effects. Oh, the blood! Oh my god, the blood!
Good. Yeah, I like this.
Why was it? Why? It'd be so great if these were the cutscenes in the games. Like it just cut from the game
Yeah,
to
that's
this.
Yeah.
so I don't know if...
You might have already said that. I'm sorry because I was just so mesmerized I didn't hear it.
That's why.
I don't know that any of the rest of these are anywhere near as good. I think this is probably pretty lame, actually, this one. I'm gonna skip it already. Crazy gameplay is probably less... I mean, like, it was pretty good. It gives a... It's pretty good, actually. Like, usually devs don't know that well how their game will play when people are good at it, you know? But the crazy gameplay video is actually pretty good, but you can find better online, so I won't bother. I don't know what this is. I don't think I've seen it. This promotional video. Oh, it's just gonna be, like... shit like this. It's
Like an
probably gonna be
E3
bad.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the rest of these are all that interesting. And I guess I could show off Virgil real quick if you guys want to see that.
Yeah.
With the thing about Virgil is he's his own save file, which is kind of weird. And the other thing about Virgil is I've basically never really liked him, so I don't know how to play him that well, and I don't have him leveled. But
It would be so great though if when playing as Virgil, like all the cutscenes when he's beating bosses and stuff like that, is just him not being cool at all about like, oh, I became this sweet electric guitar, and he's just like, oh, I don't like electric guitar, that's for idiots, and just takes it and walks away.
actually, let's not do this mission. Let's do this mission. So Virgil's got a couple gimmicks to him. One is that there's no real equipping, because you have all your shit equipped all the time. The other shit is that he has only one gun, but 3 weapons. So, your summon swords are your gun, and you can fire it literally whenever, so theoretically you just always want to be firing it. And then he's got Yamato, and then if you hit R and L, you hit R2 and L2 to cycle through your 3 weapons. So you've got your Yamato, which is sort of your fast, wide-angle one. And if you let him sheath all the way, he will get Devil Trigger bar back. You've got your Beowulf, which is a very narrow attack, but very powerful. And it doesn't charge up like it does with Dante. So you can't hold it to charge, it's just sort of And then you've got Yamato with Force Edge, which is sort of your medium... It's in between, it's got good damage and good range and good power, and long combos. And it plays a little bit like Dante does in Devil May Cry 1. And that's pretty much all I know about him. I don't know. He's got a lot of other things I don't have unlocked. Like if you can unlock the ability to do the blistering swords, which is circle the swords around you or shoot them out at people, and it'll cost like 1 devil trigger bar. But it is important to note that the 3 weapons at a time thing is a concept we'll see in Devil May Cry 4, in that it is the central concept of Dante in Devil May Cry 4. When you get there. But yeah, I don't know. He's alright. He's just always seemed plain to me. Oh, I forgot to mention his style, which is like a better trickster. It's called Dark Slayer. And basically you can teleport directly to in front of people. You can teleport upwards. I'm not sure that I have anything but the direct teleport to people. But if you unlock it, you can teleport upwards or downwards. And like a little bit forward. I don't know. People do cool things with him, but I'm not sure. Because Dante always seemed more fun.
I really wish his style was actually literally called Better Trickster. Just
Yeah.
More better trickster.
more better.
I could see that being like the name that the Japanese, like the guys making it would think sound cool in English.
Better,
Bata Trickster. Trickster.
Oh, this is taunt, and then he's got... he's got a couple different taunts, but if he's at his lowest taunt... Oh, I'm not gonna get a chance to do it, am I? Oh, he's not doing it. Maybe I need to be at a higher style level. But, theoretically, he should do a taunt where he sort of sheaths his sword and is like, look out, or something. And if you stay in that, you'll just continuously get Devil Trigger back. Which is an neat little thing. Anyways, I'll just finish this dude off real quick. And I'll show you the 2 Virgil-only cutscenes. In fact, the only 2 Virgil cutscenes in the whole game, because he skips all the rest.
That's dumb. That's always something that kind of bugs me whenever it's like, oh, you can play as another character. Other character does not get any like story or anything. It's like, I want to see them interact with stupid shit too. It doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah, that's what I hated that in what was it, Aria of Sorrow, where it was like, I totally want to see what Julius Belmont was doing and like his story, like what the hell was going on with him. But it's like, nah, you just kind of run around as him and whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it felt like a bonus because he wasn't in the original at all. But
yeah,
it is kind of just. I don't even think he has an ending cutscene, if I remember correctly.
That's stupid.
He's
I
just got
especially
2
don't like that.
cutscenes when you select him. Basically, he gets these 2.
Congratulations for playing the Virgil. You have proved the justice of our people. It's just a title card.
Now you get to see the thing we've always wanted to know. How he met Arkham.
That's what I wanted to know.
Is it a meet cute?
Meet Daemon.
That's not
See, Arkham's gonna open the doors, but knock knock, Daemon.
Believe me.
Also, because we're in widescreen, you can see the book just vanish. Because that's supposed to be off screen.
Good.
A demon that impregnates a woman who then bears twin sons. That's the story, isn't it?
So is he just in like a public library? Where is this? Is he carrying a sword around? Like, I don't get it.
I mean, if stuff like that just kind of happens in the Devil May Cry world, maybe people are just like, oh, that guy's...
I mean, if it wasn't before, it certainly does now, because a giant tower just came up in the middle of New York.
However,
And, like, a bunch of people died, so it's definitely public that demons exist.
seduced.
And I don't know. It's the series just like refuses to comment on whether people on whether there's like a it's public knowledge or not. But it has
Yeah, like how normal is this?
Right.
Share with me.
Because like Dante only takes missions if people give him the code word that lets him know that it's really a demon thing, and not just for mercenaries. So, but then like, people must know the demon. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's probably best they don't go into that, but it always did bug me as a kid.
The activation
It's
method
tiny
is
Frank.
as I described before.
We do get one extra final
It should be
well,
as simple
this last
as
cutscene.
you. I will go to his place. I believe that I know where the item we seek is located.
So there he goes to invite
You
Dante
should
to the party.
dispose of any obstacles quickly.
And I guess there's just demons here, even though the tower isn't raised yet? Or is it?
These are non-tower demons. They're just run-of-the-mill demons.
They were just around. This is just what New York is like, man. You don't know.
Yeah.
I lived in New York. But we get one extra final fight scene, so that's always nice.
Slow motion. Oh, anime cut.
Oh, so anime, it hurts!
They don't have like organs or anything. They're just like, it's like when you cut a strawberry cheesecake, like a marble cheesecake in half.
Man, like, System Demons, I can kind of buy it, but in Wonderful 101, you totally slice a dude completely in half, and not only has no organs, but he starts talking.
Well, a lot of the things that you slice open in this game have, like, you can see the... Like, when you slice Cerberus's head off, you can see the, like, organs and, like it looks like a neck. Like, you can see a bone in it and everything.
Yeah.
Anyways, he gets Dante hair in this scene because it's so bloody.
Oh, the symbolism. He cut up demons so much it rained blood, but not enough to actually get blood on his hair or his clothes.
So I guess he just does that hair flip, like, several times a day.
Damn it, I look like Dante. Quit it. People are gonna think I'm cool and ask me to do cool things, like go to parties and shit. I'm studying the blade, fuckers.
So yeah, I think that is literally the last bit of content this game has to offer. So...
Alright then, so tune in the future for Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah, which we'll get to. I mean, I'm going on vacation a bunch, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Yeah. I'm much worse at that game. It's gonna be a bad stream.
That's fine.
Which, you know, we've never had bad streams.
Reboot. Yeah, we've never had bad streams. I totally didn't lose like 8 times in a row. Beautiful joke. It's fine.
So yeah, Frank's.
Well, Frank, honestly, that was all very.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you for streaming all that.
Yeah,
I
no
really
problem.
enjoyed that.
It's
I
good to get. It gives me a reason to replay all these games, which I really like doing.
Well, I guess that gives you reason to live. I was like, oh god.
It's really all I've got going for me at this point, guys.
Well, I will say that like these are games that I have always wanted to try. I mean, except for 2, because 2.
Yeah.
But it's neat to actually just watch somebody who has way more skill than I ever will at these games play through them, instead of me just like yelling fuck at my monitor for, you know, hours and then giving up. So I really appreciate it.
Like, there's definitely a period where I was doing that. Like, fuck. How does that make sense?
Sorry for ruining the streams. What are you talking about? You enhanced the stream. You enhanced. Enhanced.
Hey, your teenage dream ended. My teenage dream began.
That's right. With anime. Oh, okay. I think I say with anime swords.
No, with demons.
Demons.
There was I guess it's not here, or maybe I didn't unlock it because I didn't do the right thing, but there was a commercial in Japan, or a series of commercials for, I think, either this game or the second one, where like a guy goes up to a lady and gives her flowers, but she doesn't like him, and it starts out looking like a romance thing, but then she starts hitting him, like, she starts beating his chest with the flowers emotionally, but then she hits him harder and harder, and then she suddenly does like a full, like, combo, like a sword combo.
That's funny.
And hits him up in the air, and he like goes up in the air, and she opens up a wine bottle and hits him with the cork, like it was his pistols. And I wish it was here, but I guess it's not on this. I guess I must have just seen that on YouTube. It's good though.
Also, Frank, you're gonna have to promise me for the thumbnail for this part. I think you need to make some of those mocap scenes, like the thumbnails for all 3 parts. Like,
I've already uploaded them, but I guess I could do that.
Yeah, like, I mean, in the future,
Okay.
people seeing it will be like, "What the fuck?"
What is this?
I think if you ever upload it anywhere else, you should use those thumbnails and then like name the video after what's in the thumbnails, like unrelated to the actual content you're playing. Like the first, like have like man hates Cheetos balls, and do the one where it's like he's slicing the cheese balls in half.
Dude is angry that ping pong balls are on him.
Guy eats piece of cardboard while punching a jukebox.
So, yeah.
Demons.
Oh, yeah.
Demons. Franks
Demons.
for franking. Our next game will be Devil May Cry 4. Actually, I think our next game is going to be Boots playing Space Taxi for the
Oh yeah.
something. He's been waiting on that. So
For the
we need to
Commodore
get him there.
64, I believe.
Yeah, so at some point when I get back, probably while I'm still like remembering how to play Devil May Cry 4, we'll probably do that because he wanted to do that.
So how does a Devil May Cry again?
4.
So does the devil cry or?
Devils never cry.
Let's see, you said that, but then you said they make cry. You know, I just wanted to be consistent. I feel like this world building is not working out.
Hey, wait, the name change in 1 like totally negates the whole like meaning of. In
Yeah,
this game
doesn't it?
What the hell?
Yeah, no, Lady must show up because she shows up later. She shows up in 4, like which takes place after 1. So she must show up and be like, "Oh, you changed the name of the shop, huh?" Oh. I mean, I kind of thought we had a thing there, but I guess I was like, "Yeah, I did a thing with Trish," and she said like devils never cry, and so I was like, "Oh, well, that's cool." So I chose.
I really wish Dante would change the name of the shop in every game because it's just, no, wait, this name's way better.
It's like I just picture him like talking to Lady, and it's like, look, there was Mundus and Trish, and Dark Souls should have been filled with light, and I got like some swords. You know, it's just stuff happens, you know. And then she just like Lady's just staring at him. It's not saying anything.
I kind of thought we'd had a moment out there, but I guess.
Yeah.
I get. I mean, no, I get you had a moment with Trish. It's cool. It's fine. You had a thing with Trish. I get it. More of a thing. I get it. She looks like your mom. You want to fuck her. I get it, Dante. Like, no, it's
She's
not
like, wait a minute.
that.
No, I don't get that. Why do you...
Yeah, wait a minute.
Saying it out loud, it sounds completely crazy.
Like, he does want to... That is the implication, right? I'm not getting that
Yeah,
wrong?
no,
He
yeah,
wants
but like
to-
that he has this weird like, I can't hurt you. You look exactly like my mom. Unrelated to that, I swear, I want to fuck you.
Yeah, but by the time 4 comes around, he totally doesn't. They're just like partners that are not... I mean, Trisha's just kind of sexual to everybody, but like by the time 4 runs around, she's not... It's pretty clear that they're not having sex. She just sort of hangs around his shop and vamps.
Maybe she.
Wait,
that's-
like she like fills up time by doing things, or does she become a vampire? Like you have to specify.
I mean, I can't rule the second one out.
Okay.
Maybe.
So wait, does she become a vampire? You're gonna love Devil May Cry 4.
Maybe she was gonna have sex with him, but then she found out that like he has crazy weird demon dick. She was just like, oh, this is way beyond what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's where the demon half went. It's done.
Yeah, sorry, I double triggered in my pants.
Oh, you
It's
can
fine.
see how the intro cutscene literally spoils the fucking game. Like, look at this.
Oh yeah, why you didn't show the opening? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess you know they're gonna have a final battle. You forget for a while, but you know at the start that that's gonna be the final showdown. So maybe it's not that much of a spoiler.
I don't think that's that bad. Like if you see this out of context, it's oh, what's going on there, and then you actually see it.
This is different. I think the original one was a little bit... I felt like it gave it away a bit more, because this is different. It had Virgil's cutscene in it and everything.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember for sure. Yeah, like here's some Virgil gameplay, so... That definitely wasn't in the original.
Yeah, they must have remade it. A special edition.
So yeah, I think I'll cut it off here. Pretty abruptly.
French for franking.
Vortex for franking toast, French.
That one.